Welcome to the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. And
Yo,
first thing we're going to start off with Derrick Rose has retired from the NBA. Obviously, we're from Chicago. We seen him play. In my opinion, since I didn't see Michael Jordan play, he's the best bull I've ever seen play. So, but played in Chicago for a decent amount of time, got traded to New York, went played for the Pistons, played for the Timberwolves, then finished his career with Memphis. He had a good career. But Charles, talk about Derrick Rose.
like you said, I didn't watch Michael Jordan either, but growing up, Derrick Rose is who I watched, and Derrick Rose is the reason why I fell in love with basketball. I remember I used to go out on the playground and try to do all the little acrobatic layups that he did, and shit like that, and I tried to model my game after Derrick Rose. Um, but he gave that city a lot of great years. Me personally, and I believe a lot of people from Chicago believe if Derrick Rose never would have got injured, he could have won a chip. I mean, because the trajectory he was on, he was the youngest MVP. He could literally not be stopped in the league. Every time you hear a player talk about Derrick Rose, they said people were ducking Derrick Rose. Nobody wanted to guard him. Nobody wanted to play against him because you couldn't stop him. And his shot was getting better. He started to develop more of a shot. He was hitting game winners and all that. So I believe, and most people believe in Chicago, if he never would have got injured, we could have got a ring up out of it, out of that team. But I'm grateful for everything that he brought to the city. He brought life back into the city. And he's a legend, bro. He's a legend. He'll forever be a legend in Chicago.
Um, it's kind of sad to an extent because I always say that we didn't really see what he can really do. Like his
Hmm.
rookie year was good. Then his second year, he played good, but then he won his MVP. And really after that, that's when he got hurt. A lot of people, they still don't forgive Tom Thibodeau for putting him up in that game against the 76ers in the first round because they was up by basically double digits and keeping your players out there. There really is no reason for that. And that basically changed everything. Like, even though he didn't win a ring, he did win an MVP, the youngest MVP ever, what, 22, I think?
Yeah, 22,
To
23, one of them.
Yeah, so 22. To us who didn't watch Michael Jordan, that is like Chicago, like the die-hard Chicago fans, that is their Michael Jordan. Like
Facts.
that is the best player that we have seen since Michael Jordan played in Chicago. Like, and I feel like that is just straight facts. You really like if you want to say he's like the second, you can argue he's really might be the third best player, not the greatest, but the third best player to play for the Chicago Bulls. You can really argue it because it's Michael Jordan, then Scottie Pippen, and I wouldn't be shocked if somebody even put D Rose over Scottie, but I'm not gonna do that. But I can't argue that D Rose probably is the third best Chicago Bull player to ever play there. Like, he was amazing. He was fast. He was quick. He was probably, if you don't want to count AI, he was the most athletic point guard we've ever seen at that time. Then obviously we see the Russell Westbrooks, the John Walls,
I think
the
he was
John
more
Morants
athletic
now.
than them. I ain't gonna
I'm
lie.
not gonna argue that, but it's like he was the first in line. He was the first, and he came out the gate killing. We finally saw them go to the conference finals against the Heat. It was against Big Three Heat. They did get one game, but then after that they lost 4-1. But that's neither here or there. He gave us hope, and he gets injured. Everything changed, and it's just kind of like sad that we didn't really see what he can really do. And yes, I've seen people say, well, he got hurt, but he did play like 10 plus more years. I get that. I understand that. But we could have seen way more of him. Like that
Mm-hmm.
25, that probably wasn't even his best. Like we probably could at one point saw him maybe average 28 points per game if he would have stayed healthy, but we never saw it. And we will never know because he got hurt. We'll just never know.
I mean, I can't really blame Tom Thibodeau for that because, like, even if he did sub him out, that was gonna happen eventually. So if it didn't happen that game, it probably would have happened the next game or the game after that. So like, I mean, yeah, he could have subbed him out, let him rest more. But it was gonna happen. It was inevitable, bro. It was gonna happen regardless. And like Tom Thibodeau said, his reason for keeping him in there was so Derrick Rose can learn how to close games. Because back then, the Bulls, they had a hard time closing games. If they wasn't blowing a team out, they'll let them come back. And I mean, they'll probably still end up winning, but you letting the team come back and not, what I'm saying? He wanted him to execute at the end of the games and close the games out. So I can't really blame Tom Thibodeau for that.
But people still gonna put that against him though. Because it's like
Mhm.
there was I definitely get what you're saying because he's young, really, like you said, had a hard time closing games out. But it's like, bro, you're up by like I think it was like 20 something. Why is your best player in the game? Like, why? Like, you don't need to do that. But I feel like to this day, Rose is still their favorite player, and there are a lot of them like you. They said that he got him to they got them to playing basketball, and I wouldn't say that, but I see where everybody's coming from, and still to this day, he's probably the best bull our generation has ever seen. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
for
lie.
sure. For sure.
And we was talking about this like a month ago, bro. Any of these guys can win. Like, bro, Zach LaVine can lead the Bulls to a ring this year. He probably still won't be ahead of Rose. I ain't gonna
Nah,
lie. He
no cap.
probably
He wouldn't.
still
He
he
wouldn't, G. He wouldn't.
he probably still wouldn't. But goes to the Knicks, and then remember he did have that breakout game on the Timberwolves. We dropped like 50 points, something
50.
like that.
Yep.
Even though he wasn't the same, but it showed a glimpse. Like, damn, Rose still got it.
This is
He turned
this is
back the
what he
clock.
could have been. This is what he could have been if he never would have got hurt.
Injuries suck, man. It sucks, and I can our kids gonna be like, man, how good was Prime D Rose? That man was a dog, bro. It wasn't long, but he was a dog, man. He did have that one great year. He had some other good years, but they just never they were just never the same as his MVP year.
Bro, nobody wanted to guard him. Literally nobody. They was scared of Derrick Rose, bro. Like players used to literally fake injuries when they had to play Derrick Rose. But I got a question though. Is he a Hall of Famer?
You know, I've always said that I don't think he's really a Hall of Famer. But like if you watch Gilbert Arenas podcast the other day, he basically said it like the media and like his stats don't scream Hall of Fame, but to his peers and the fans, they will say he is a Hall of Famer. I probably would not give it to him because yet even though after his injury he had some okay to decent years, but it's not enough to be like you're going in the Hall of Fame. He does have all stars. He has an all NBA. I think he has multiple all NBAs. I gotta look that up. He does have all that, but that was kind of earlier, like in his career. But after that, he was just okay. So I don't think he will get in there. But I would say, like Gil said, to the fans and to his peers, yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, me personally, I would put him in the Hall of Fame because I feel like, yeah, all that stuff he did was when he was younger, but the impact he had on basketball and the impact that he had on a generation of kids, like it was so big. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he didn't win any more all NBAs after that, or his stats don't scream Hall of Fame, but his impact is Hall of Fame worthy in my eyes. So I mean, I would put him in now.
He's a 3-time All-Star, All NBA in 2011, 09 All Rookie, 2000, the 09 Rookie of the Year, and the MVP in 2011. Like that's really that's all he has. And to those, it's like, you're not. And then, after really after his MVP season, he did average 21. Then I think that's when he got hurt again, missed all that year. But then after that, he averaged 15, 17, 16, 18. Then that 1 year with Minnesota, 18, Detroit averaged 18. So it's like they're decent, but they're not. Man, those some raw numbers. Like, it just don't scream that. But to his peers and to all the fans, yeah, I'll put him in there. But I think he won't get in, and he will be, if he doesn't get in, he will be the only MVP ever to never make the Hall of Fame. Ever. But maybe they might make exceptions. Because a guy
I think they'll let him in. I think they'll let him in. He's like like people like Brandon Roy, T Mac, and all those players who got or had those big injuries. But the difference is like they didn't win an MVP. They weren't the youngest MVP ever. So it's like I feel like that him being the youngest MVP ever, that would be a big thing for them. Because how can you not put the youngest MVP ever in the Hall of Fame? And it's like the trajectory he was on, he would have been great. It's just he got injured. That's literally the only thing.
It's just other numbers. That's really all it is. But he will definitely, I hope, he will be in the Bulls Hall of Fame. I will hope,
better.
and I will hope. I hope they retire his number because he is the best Bull of this generation. Basically, if we're being honest, when Michael Jordan left and went to the Wizards, he's been the best Bull. He's been the best Bull since then. So that was 20 plus years ago. He's literally been like, there have been some other good ones, some decent ones, but ain't nobody been like him. Like, because
I don't think they're gonna retire his number though.
Why? Why though?
I don't think they are.
You think the Bulls that petty?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, them motherfuckers didn't even want to pay Michael Jordan. They didn't even want to pay Michael Jordan, the best player in the league.
You can't, man. Look, bro. I get that. I understand that. But you can't be petty.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, that'd be some petty. That'd be petty, bro. But no, though, shout out to D Rose, Chicago legend, Chicago Bulls legend. You will be missed. And you helped a lot of people. Not gonna lie. You definitely helped a lot of people. But ain't the same position, but we're gonna do our top 10 shooting guards in the NBA right now. Who are your top 10 shooting guards in the NBA?
So at 1, I got Anthony Edwards. 2, I got Devin Booker. 3, I got Jaylen Brown. 4, I got Donovan Mitchell. 5, I got Zach LaVine. 6, I got Tyler Hero. 7, I got Jalen Williams. 8, I got Desmond Bain. 9, I got Jalen Green, and then 10, I got Devin Vassell.
Okay.
And these are my top 10 going into next year.
Okay. Okay, we'll give feedback afterwards. All right, so I'll do mine. No, I'll do it first. And number 1, I got Anthony Edwards. And number 2, I got Devin Booker. And number 3, I got Donovan Mitchell. And number 4, I got Jaylen Brown. And number 5, I got Desmond Bain. And number 6, I got Derrick White. And number 7, I got Devin Vassell. At number 8, if I did that right, was I 8?
Yeah, you're 8.
Okay, so at number 8, I got Jalen Green. At number 9, I have Zach LaVine. And at number 10, I put Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero at number 10. So you think Jaylen Brown better than Donovan Mitchell?
Yes, I think Jaylen Brown is better than Donovan Mitchell. I think that we haven't seen the true Jaylen Brown because he's on a team with Jason Tatum. So he's not the one taking he's not the one taking all the shots basically. Like with Donovan Mitchell on Cleveland, he can do whatever. I'm not saying Jaylen Brown can't do whatever he wants, but Donovan Mitchell's green light is way bigger than Jaylen Brown's. Like he's the number one option. When they need a bucket, they're going to him. With the Celtics, it's like, okay, tonight it might be Jaylen Brown or tonight it might be Jason Tatum. You know what I mean? Like it's so many mouths to feed over there. You can't really see the true Jaylen Brown. And then on top of that, Jaylen Brown's bigger. He might be stronger. He plays better defense. He might be a little bit more athletic. So all around, I think that Jaylen Brown's the better player. And then on top of that, coming into next season, I think Jaylen Brown has something to prove because a lot of people were saying, oh, well, he shouldn't have won that conference finals MVP or that finals MVP. Well, not really the finals MVP because they both played about the same, but that conference finals MVP. So I think he has a lot to prove. Like, hey, I am that guy, and y'all gonna start talking about me like I'm that guy because people don't really talk about Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown's nice. He's really nice.
So if he was on a team by himself, think he could average 30? Let's say he's on.
Yes, I do. I do think he could average 30 because his free throws will go up, and then he'll have way more shot attempts.
Because that career year when both him and Tatum was like, not this past year, but the year before, Tatum averaged 30, he averaged 26. So just imagine if he was on the team, if he was the legit number one.
Number one. Yeah, he'll get 30. He'll average 30.
I don't know, man. I think I do agree he is a better defender than Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan Mitchell, I think him being a more offensive player, I think he's a better passer. Athletic-wise, it might be an argument. I'm not going to lie. It might be an argument when it comes to athletic because Donovan Mitchell is he's one of the most athletic guards, low-key. And what is Donovan Mitchell, like 6 foot, 6'1"?
No, I think he's like 6'3".
He's not 6 foot. Yeah, but he looks small, though. Like, you see him, he looked kind of small. But I think his offensive ability, and I think he's just a better shooter than Jaylen Brown. I think that overtakes all of what Jaylen Brown does. But credit, in my opinion, he is the second best player on that team. But I do understand what you're talking about. When you said Jalen Green, for some reason I was like, I don't feel like he won't put Jalen Green because you don't even like the dude. You don't even like Jalen Green.
No, I'll say, I think he's just a more athletic Jordan Clarkson. I say that every single time, and I stand by that.
And Jordan Clarkson don't snip top 10. He don't even snip top 15. Jordan Clarkson don't snip top 15. So I'm shocked he's in the top 10.
Yeah, I wanted to put him 10, but I'm like, I think that they don't want him to take the next step next year, and they're gonna put the ball in his hands more. So that's why I put him 9. But I'm surprised you ain't got Jalen Williams on there.
I don't think Jalen Williams is 2.
See, now when I was doing mine, I feel like
I don't think he's
because it's either between him and Luke Dort, but I think Luke Dort guards the bigger players. So since Luke Dort guards like the bigger players, that's the small forward. So I technically think Jalen Williams plays the 2. But it's like they both flip-flop.
I feel like once they do, whenever, like if they do get rid of Luke Dort or whatever, they will slide Jalen Williams to the 2. And that might be an advantage for the Thunder. But I'm just going off, what he's playing now, which he is playing the 3. Even though he is an under small 3, they do got him at the 3. And I'm not going to lie. I know you didn't put him in there, but I think Derrick White should probably be somewhere in there. I think he has a legit argument because he is a good ball handler. He's one of the best defensive guards in the league. In my opinion, he's the best shot blocking guard in the league. He gets a decent amount of blocks for a guard. He guards Obviously, Drew Holiday is the best defender, but he probably guards the second best defender on the team. And I think he should be somewhere in there, or at
I
least at
wouldn't
the top
say.
of honorable mentions.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think he's top 10, but he's definitely top 15 for sure, for sure. I would definitely put him in the honorable mentions, but like he's not that good offensively. Like he's really good defensively, but offensive wise, like what did he average last year? Like 12 to 15? Like what did he average 15 last year?
Off the top of my head, let me check. I'm gonna say he averaged probably 15. He averaged 15. Okay.
Yeah, and I don't even if he was on the team by himself, I don't think they would feature him as the go-to option. And like all these players that we have on here besides him, they've all averaged 15 or more, or damn near 20.
If he was, let's say he was on, okay, let's say he was on the Blazers, but let's take Simons out. Simons is not there. I think Derrick White give me 20.
I don't think that. I think he'll give you like 17 to 18, but I don't think he'll even give you 20.
I think because this is second best career high in points at 15. He averaged 15, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, a block, and a steal a game. And he shot 39% from 3 on 6 attempts. That's pretty good. That's decent. I think he should be up there. I think it's just because of like his defensibility. And I feel like when he is on, he can give me 20. And another guy I want to talk about, Devin Vassell. And I feel like Devin Vassell is starting to get like the credit. Like, because he's over there in San Antonio, and Wemby is the best player, obviously, and the shine. But I think Devin Vassell deserves some love being a top 10 player. Well, not
Yeah,
top 10 player,
broken hoop.
top 10 shooting guard in the league.
He can broken hoop. He can really shoot the ball. Like last year or the year before. No, I think it was last year. No. The year before they got Wemby. When it was just him and Keldon Johnson, like he was putting up decent numbers. And like I said, he could really shoot the ball. Like he surprised me. I didn't know that he could shoot that well and he could play that well. I think he's gonna have a big year next year with Chris Paul too. Because Chris Paul loves to feed. He's gonna feed Wemby and he's gonna feed Devin Vassell. So Devin Vassell is gonna have more open shots. He's gonna have cleaner looks. You know what I mean? He's not gonna get double teamed as much. So I think he's gonna have I think he might be a breakout candidate, to be honest with you.
I think he should be in the Well, they have Wemby as the favorite to win the most improved player. I think he deserves to be in the conversation. I can see Devin Vassell giving me 20. I wouldn't be shocked if he gave me 22. I think I can see his averages going up because he did average 19. If you want to add up 20. So I can see him averaging 22 points. He is going to be clearly the second best player on that team. If somebody wants to say Chris Paul, I ain't gonna argue. But he is clearly the second best player on that team, and he's only going to get better. He's only 24, so he's still young. He's still low-key young, so he's only just going to get better and better.
I'm surprised you got Zach LaVine at 9, though. That's low.
Well,
if we going off talent-wise, Zach LaVine is not number 9. And then even if even if we going off of how they gonna produce next year, Zach LaVine don't have DeMar DeRozan no more, so he's gonna go back to the Zach LaVine when he was going crazy when he first got to the Bulls.
But you saw that quote when he said, "I ain't trying to stunt the younger Bulls' growth." What does that mean?
No, I didn't
see that. Telling you?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he said that he ain't trying to stunt the younger Bulls' growth. So, and plus, Josh Giddey is there now. Kobe White is there now.
But none of them are. Well, only scorer is really Kobe White.
I agree. And we still got Vucevic. Remember that. We still got him. Is Zach LaVine, can he go back to being what he was? Like giving me 20, probably 25 points per game. Can he really go to 25 points per game?
Who do he really have to compete with? I mean, he got Vucevic. I mean, yeah, but Vucevic really don't touch the ball like that. Anyways, yeah, he gonna get more touches because DeMar gone. But Zach LaVine is still their number one option. Even if Kobe White has played better, Kobe White's still their third option. Because I think it will go Zach LaVine, Vucevic, and then Kobe White. So regardless, Zach LaVine is going to be the number one option. If he's not, that's a culture problem. Billy Donovan, you got to go. Because ain't no way in hell Zach LaVine should be your second or your third option. He should be your first option from the get-go.
So that year when the Bulls were amazing, he averaged 27 points per game. Can he go back to being 27? Damn near 30.
I wouldn't say 27, but I'd definitely give him 25. I'd definitely give him 25. I don't know about 27, but 25 for sure.
Will his shots go down? Because he averaged in 2019, 18 shots, then 20, then 19, then 17, then 18, then last year, obviously injuries, and he only gave you 15. What is his shot selection? How many shots?
I think he's gonna be taking around 18 to 20 shots a game now because DeMar's gone. DeMar's gone.
Damn, that's a lot.
DeMar's gone. So his shot attempts are gonna go up.
But Kobe White gotta get his shots too, though.
Kobe White gonna get around 15 to 17 shots.
And Vucevic, he finally gonna get his shots.
And then what I was gonna say? Yeah, bro. I think his shot attempts gonna go around because when DeMar DeRozan was there, it was who was the number one option. When he got hurt, DeMar DeRozan became the number one option, and Zach LaVine slid down to the 2. So that's why he was taking less shots. But I think since DeMar DeRozan's gonna go on, you say he took about how many last year? 16, 17?
15, but that's
15.
Injuries.
15.
That was only in 23 games, but yeah, 15.
So what was the year before that? Because DeMar was.
I think it was like 8. I think it was like 18 or 7. I think 18 or 17, something like that.
So he took around 17 to 18.
18.
So he took 18 when DeMar was still there. So now DeMar gone. I could see him shooting an extra 2 shots, 20 shots a game.
Can Zach LaVine really get back to being what he was as a top 5 shooting guard in the NBA?
I think he can. Because and then on top of that, I low-key think he was butthurt. Because that's when DeMar DeRozan was hitting all them game winners. And they was talking about DeMar DeRozan is the best Bull at that time. So his confidence was shocked too. Because when he came back, what did he want to do? He wanted to shoot the last second shots, but Billy Donovan wasn't going for that. He gave it to DeMar because DeMar was on the roll and DeMar was killing. Now DeMar gone, his confidence going to shoot back up because he know he's the go-to guy now.
I think Zach LaVine, I can see him giving me 18 shots because I feel like Kobe White coming basically off a most improved year. According to him, he doesn't want to stunt the growth. I would say this. I wouldn't be shocked if somehow Kobe White is the best player on the Bulls. I wouldn't be shocked.
You capping.
I wouldn't be shocked. I really wouldn't, bro. I really wouldn't be shocked. Can I see Zach LaVine give me 20? Yeah, I hope. But I can also see Kobe White being 20.
If they trade Zach, yeah, I can see him as the best Bull. But while Zach is on,
they gotta build his. They gotta build his trade value up. He has no trade value now.
That's another reason why he might average 25 to 27. Get back to the old Zach LaVine. His trade value is ass right now. And on top of that contract, don't nobody want that contract. But if you're giving me 25 to 27, I'm gonna take that contract on because I know that you still out here performing.
But one of the reasons is because he's not a winning player to some people, and that's a reason why nobody wants to trade for him. The contract definitely plays a part, but it's because he's not a winning player.
I mean, I don't really agree with that because Zach LaVine, I wouldn't say Zach LaVine can be your number one option on a championship team. I think he could be your 2 or your 3. 3 for sure. But them Chicago teams, when he first got there, they weren't that good. When he was on the Minnesota Timberwolves, they weren't that good. So it's like you can't really blame him and say he's not a winning player when he doesn't have the pieces or talent around him to help him win. Like, okay, when they got DeMar and Vucevic and all of them, they still made the playoffs. So that's not being a winning player. He made the playoffs.
Oh, a couple of more things. We don't have Bradley Beal in the top 10. You think that's it? You think Bradley Beal is done, like being top 10 shooting guard in the league?
I think while he's on the Suns, he's still a top 15 shooting guard in the league. But on the Suns, nah, he's not a top 10. He's not a top 10 player on the Suns.
I'm not gonna say he's washed, but I definitely think he's not top 10. Obviously, shot selection has gone down. Not really a good defender. And you're just playing with two other really good players on your team, and we really can't see you. Now, if he stayed in Washington, I think he could
Oh, yeah.
easily be in argument top 5 because he would be the best.
Top 5.
Remember, he averaged 30-something points. I think it was either back-to-back years or
He was
1
back-to-back
year,
years.
then the year after, something like that. But he
I
did
think it was
average
back-to-back.
30. So I wouldn't put him in the top 10. Like you said, probably top 15. But I just think Bradley Beal's is not in no more. And he stay hurt every year. Like, it never fails. He's always hurt. The last thing, why do people like us, why isn't Booker like number one? Like, why is Ant just why is he better than Booker as shooting guard?
Ant's bigger. He's more athletic. He's a better defender. I feel like he's just a better overall player. And then Devin Booker's kind of small. I think like him and I don't even think is Devin Booker 6'6"? I don't even think he's 6'6". I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". I think he's like 6'4" or 6'5".
Devin Booker, man, I thought he was like 6'4", if any. No, say 6'6", 206.
Yeah, but Ant's bigger. Ant's more athletic. He's a better defender. Like, to be honest with you, I'm not even gonna lie. If Jaylen Brown was on his own team, I would put Jaylen Brown above Devin Booker. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know.
I can see Jaylen Brown being the second best shooting guard, bro.
Oh, I don't know, man.
You gotta think him on his own team.
Booker is
him on
like
his own team.
Okay. I think Booker might be a better scorer. I think he's definitely a better shooter, better distributor than Jaylen Brown. Now the defense, and that's why I put Anthony Edwards above Booker, because the defense moves me more. But Devin Booker, man, he's one of the best. He low key. I know that points ain't like, it don't like blow out to like 30 something. He's low key one of the best scorers in the league. And he's been playing with Kevin Durant for the last year and a half. He still give you 27. Like, I mean, you can't beat that. 27, basically 7 assists, but that was because he had to be point guard. 36% from the 3 and 49% from the field. I mean, you can't beat that. Like, I wouldn't put him over Jaylen Brown. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't put him over Jaylen Brown.
You mean you would?
Maybe because the shooting. I think it's because his shooting is better. You said what?
You mean you would? You said you wouldn't put him over Jaylen Brown. You mean you would?
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I would. I would put him over Jaylen Brown.
What was Jaylen Brown's full stat line that year? He averaged 26.
Let me check. So he averaged 26 points, 7 boards, 3 assists, a steal. He shot 33% from 3, 49% from the field.
On his own team, you don't think those numbers will go up? Because he's gonna have the ball in his hands more. And then his shot has gotten
I think
better.
it goes up. I definitely think it goes up.
His shot's gotten better because he shot like 40% from the 3 this year, or like 38 or 39 or something.
35. No, 39 was in 21.
Okay. You said 35? You said he shot 35?
Yeah. I mean, he shot better from 3 this year than the year before when he dropped 26.
I mean, I like I said, on his own team, I could see him being better than Book. He's bigger, stronger, faster.
I don't know.
Because if you think about it, what's the difference between Ant and Jaylen Brown? I mean, you could probably say Ant's the better scorer, but Jaylen Brown could score too. if he averaging 26 on a team with Jason Tatum, he can definitely average 30 by himself. So what's the really difference between them? They both big and strong and fast and athletic. They both
I
great
think and
defenders.
faster than him. I think they're both good transition players, and Jaylen Brown's definitely one of the best transition players in the league.
They're both good defenders.
Yes,
they both can score. They're both athletic. Like, what's really the difference? Other than Ant being the better scorer.
He makes more noise.
He's more flashy.
Yeah, he's more flashy. He's more flashy.
And in my eyes, they really kind of the same player.
I'm cool with Jaylen Brown being 4, at least for me. Okay, last thing. If Kyrie, people say Kyrie a 2 guard. When Kyrie, you're biased, but you're biased. But wouldn't you put him over Jaylen Brown?
If I was ranking Kyrie as a shooting guard,
because that's what people have him now. So
I will low key put him 2. I wouldn't put him over Ant, but I will still put him 2. I will put him over Book, Donovan, and Jaylen Brown. Because Kyrie, he is the pound for pound best scorer I have ever seen. That man is a wizard on the court. That man, like, he's not as quick as some of these other people, but he's low-key unguardable, bro. No one can guard that man. You seen when Kawhi blocked that man's shot, and he still hit.
Hey, no, that's crazy, bro.
That man is cold, bro. That man is cold, bro. He is
if
cold,
I had Kyrie
and he don't get enough credit.
If I had Kyrie as a shooting guard, I put him 4th. I put him before Jaylen Brown.
But who you putting before him?
And Booker and Mitchell.
Nah, dog. Book, I can see you arguing Book. But Donovan? He cooking Donovan. He cooking that nigga.
Hey, man, they both cooking each other.
Book too. He cooking Book too. Kyrie gonna get more buckets, though. I guarantee Kyrie will get more stops than Donovan Mitchell, and Book will get on him. Like, if they was playing 1v1, Kyrie smoking all them niggas.
I mean, Kyrie would probably smoke a lot of people. Kyrie would smoke a lot of people.
I don't see him smoking Ant because Ant, he's a really good defender and he bigger, so he gonna body him up. But Book and Donovan, he cooking them niggas. They might not even touch the ball. Only way they might touch the ball is if he miss.
Hey,
what
man.
nigga do you know besides Anthony Edwards that got his own movie? Well, that wasn't even Anthony Edwards' own movie. Name another nigga in the league that got their own movie besides Bron.
I was just about to say Kevin Durant.
Besides Bron.
Kevin Durant.
He ain't got his own movie. That nigga got a TV show and he not even in it.
No, when he was in Thunderstruck.
That weak ass movie. Don't nobody even know about that shit.
Don't nobody
even know about that shit.
But you just asked me who else can name a movie. You just asked.
It's LeBron, KD, and Kyrie. Come on, dog.
Well, technically, it wasn't really about Kyrie because it's Uncle Drew.
That's Uncle Drew.
His Uncle Drew. I would have him at 4.
Niggas don't even really call him Kyrie. They niggas call him Uncle Drew.
I got Kyrie at 4, bro. I put him at 4, bro.
You capping. That nigga cold. That nigga cold.
Them 2 are cold too.
Yeah, but he better than Book and Donovan. If I had to build my franchise and I had to choose between them 3, Book, Kyrie, and Donovan, I'm taking Kyrie, bro.
I take them 2 only because they're younger. They're younger.
I mean, that's cool. I'm still taking Kyrie. Taking Kyrie, dog.
But you're biased.
I have
no problem with that. I have no problem with that though.
That nigga could play till he 40 and jelly rolling the shit out of people still. I don't think Book and Donovan can play till they 40. Maybe Book.
I don't know about 40, brother. Kyrie at
He don't
40.
athleticism isn't a part of his game. He don't really need
No, that's
athleticism
true
to be
though.
effective.
No, that's true. That's true.
Donovan do. Donovan do. He needs his athleticism.
Oh man. But that is our top 10 shooting guards in the NBA right now. Now we're gonna do our what ifs. What if this person, this team, etc. What if it happened? Do you have any what ifs?
Yeah. What if KD foot wasn't on the line? Would they have won a championship that year?
Yes. Yes. Easy. Yes, bro. I've been saying it for the longest. If KD foot wasn't on the line, they are going to the finals and they're beating the Phoenix Suns. Yes. I've been saying that for the longest because think about this. The Nets was already cooking. They was already cooking the Bucks. I think it was like the first 2 games. They was cooking them. James Harden basically leaves in like the first minute of the game. They still cooked them. Then Kyrie eventually gets hurt. Kevin Durant, I feel like if anybody goes back and looks at that series, Kevin Durant, that was a really good series. Kevin Durant was hoping. He was hoping. Now, he did sail in overtime. But if his foot ain't on the line, they win that game. They smoked the Hawks. They probably beat them 4-1. Might probably even sweep them.
They sweep. Yeah, they sweeping now.
And then the Suns, bro, they just don't got nobody. Bro, Kyrie eventually comes back. He's going to come back eventually. James Harden, he gets healthier at least. They don't have nobody that can stop all three of them. They just don't have it.
Yeah.
They were going to win. And I always say, if that foot went online, a lot of legacies change, man. Kevin Durant wins without Steph Curry. Kyrie wins without Bron. James Harden finally wins a ring. A lot of legacies would have happened if that foot went on the line.
I got another one. What if Boogie would have never got injured with the Pelicans? What would the Pelicans have been? Because me personally,
no, go ahead.
I think they could have beat. I think me personally, like I told you every single time, I think they could have beat Golden State that year, bro. Because they had Drew, Rondo, AD, and Boogie. How was Golden State gonna stop them two bigs? How was it? Because because that's when AD was in his MVP year. He was killing. He was hitting threes. He was hitting middies consistently. But then Boogie stepping out to the three, bro. They had Boogie playing point center. You know what I mean? Then Rondo, he's a fucking genius, so he can devise a game plan to stop Golden State. How was Golden State gonna beat them? Who Draymond Green gonna guard? Draymond Green guarding AD, he getting cooked. He guard Boogie, he getting cooked. Nobody that can stop them two bigs. Yeah, you got Curry and Clay, but you still got Drew and Rondo. Drew and Rondo can play good enough defense. I'm not saying they're gonna shut them down, but they can play good enough defense to make them miss enough shots in order to keep the game close and for the two bigs to dominate and take over. Because they're gonna get all their bigs in foul trouble. And if you get their bigs in foul trouble, it's easy pickings from there.
I still to this day think they wouldn't beat the Warriors. But I think that team could have been like top of the West, and I think AD would have stayed. I definitely think that team would have been nasty because they would have had a year under their belt, and then they probably would have stayed together for many more years. I'm probably not saying now, but they probably could have stayed together for maybe 3-4 more years.
Yeah.
And they could have had a chance. I don't know if they would have won a ring, but I wouldn't be shocked if they went to the conference finals, though. That team would have been amazing.
Yeah. I got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me do one more. What if Kawhi never would have got injured? The Zaza Pachulia thing never would have happened.
Oh, they would have beaten the Warriors?
Because they would have beat the Warriors. Yeah, they would have beat them.
They would have won.
They won a chip?
Who did they faced the Cavs?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They would have beaten the Cavs. What year was that? Okay? That had to have been the first year.
Yeah, that's the first year they won.
I don't know. I don't know if they would have won. I ain't gonna lie, because Kyrie and Kevin Love was healthy. I don't think they would have won. I ain't gonna lie, but they definitely would have beaten the Warriors. I believe that they would have because they was whooping them
They
in
was whooping
that whole
their ass.
game. They was whooping them that whole game. The minute he gets hurt, it's a wrap.
They came back. They came back.
It's a wrap, bro. They nothing you can do. And Kawhi probably stays in San Antonio low key. He probably stays.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would have won, but they definitely would have went to the finals. Okay, I got a what if. What if LeBron and Wade go to Chicago like how it was supposed to be?
Oh boy, what? Chicago would have been turned. Boy, they would. How he said, not one, not two, not three, not four. Nigga, that would have been Chicago. Cause him, Derrick Rose, Joakim Noah, and D Wade. Oh my God, how you stopping that? Only thing they would have to learn how to do is how to play with each other. But that wouldn't have been hard because I think Bron would have played point, and he would have told Derrick Rose and D Wade just go crazy. Just go crazy. And then you got Joakim Noah, who's a defensive player of the year. All NBA defensive team. How you beat? And then the Bulls always had a decent bench. So it's like, and Tibbs always got them to play hard. So it's like, and they was always a top defensive team. So how you gonna beat that? Who gonna stop them?
I don't think
Brown
nobody
was in
was
his
stopping
prime
them.
too.
I don't think nobody was stopping that team, bro.
Nobody, bro. Nobody.
Now, would Rose have been what he was? Probably not. But Rose probably still would have gave you at least 17, 18 points.
I still think he would have gave you 20.
So all three of them would have been averaging 20?
I can see it. Because Bron could get 20 in his sleep.
Yeah.
Only person that probably wouldn't have averaged 20 is probably Wade, because Wade was a little bit older and he had injury problems and stuff like that. But I think they all could have gave you 20, to be honest.
Because who went to the final? The Mavericks. They would have beaten the Mavericks, bro.
Oh, they would have smoked them. They would have smoked them. Because who was gonna guard Derrick Rose? Nobody. They had nobody to guard Derrick Rose. Literally no. But Jason Kidd, fuck out of here. Jason Terry, fuck out of here.
Because I think they probably would have put Deshaun Stevenson on Wade. Sean Marion would have been guarding Bron. I don't know who guarding Rose. I ain't gonna
Nobody.
They probably it would have been a combination of like Jason Terry, Jason Kidd, JJ Barea.
They probably would have put Joakim on Dirk. I'm cool with that. They had Tyson Chandler, so you can't. You gotta put Joakim on.
I can't remember. Was Chris Bosh was supposed to come too?
I think it was Melo.
I gotta go back and look at the article. But I swear I thought three of them was supposed to be there though.
I think it was Melo, Wade, and Bron. But they would have had to. I think they would have had to let Luol Deng go though.
No, I remember that they said they would have had to let Deng go, so it would have been like Rose, Wade, Bron, Noah, and whoever plays the four. Because Carlos Boozer wouldn't have been there. They won't even think about him, bro.
Bro, that man pissed me off. Oh my god, I don't even want to talk about him. That nigga finesse though.
Another what if that goes with that. What if Melo would have came to Chicago like how he was supposed to?
What if it was just like him and D Rose?
Because remember, you remember they brought out everything for Melo that year he went into free agency. He wanted to come to Chicago, but obviously the money played a part in him staying in New York. What if he comes there? Because it would have been Rose, Luol Deng still would have been there. Boozer, I think, would have been there. Noah
you gotta keep
and Melo.
Here. Huh? Bro, that team, low key, that was all we needed. We needed another. Like Luol Deng was nice, but he not Melo, bro. So Melo, a prime Melo and D Rose and Joakim Noah. To be honest with you, even if they would have flipped Dang, I feel like that would have been enough to beat that Miami Heat team, that big three. To be honest, because nobody can guard Melo. Bron couldn't guard Melo. D Wade damn sure can't guard Melo. And then who was going to guard D Rose? D Wade? No. D Wade wasn't now young
He
D
would have
Wade
had
probably.
to.
Young D Wade could probably guard Derrick Rose, but that D Wade, no, he wasn't guarding D Rose, bro. He wasn't gonna do shit with D Rose. But it would have been a good series. I wouldn't have been surprised if they could have won the ring if Melo would have came.
And we got Pau Gasol that year. Pau Gasol played decent for the Bulls, low key. He played good. He really wasn't washing nothing. He played good.
Wait, Joe King won on that team that year?
No, he was. I'm saying
He
Pau
was?
Gasol because I think we got Pau Gasol instead of Melo.
Melo.
And I'm saying Pau Gasol played good that year. He
Yeah, he
played
did. He
good
did.
for the Bulls, low key.
He did.
And not like he came there and was washed. He played pretty good.
No, yeah, he did. He played really good.
What if the Big Three Thunder would have stayed with each other? I think they would have won. I think they would have won at least one.
Yeah, they would have won at least one, but KD still would have been KD, but I don't think Harden and Westbrook would have been the same players that they are today. Like, I don't think it would have been Westbrook Mr. Triple Double. Well, not Mr. Triple Double, but averaging a triple double. And I don't think James Harden would have been giving you a 60-point triple double. Like, but they still would have been good.
Bro, they would have been great. Bro, that team, they basically went to the conference finals, lost against Dirk. Then what was that? The next year they went to the finals.
Supposed to win that. They were supposed to win that series.
You think so?
Yeah, it was just because they was young. That's literally it.
And Dirk was on one.
Yeah, that whole team was on one that year.
Like, because I remember it started, and I know people ain't gonna give him enough credit. But when Kendrick Perkins signed with the Thunder, that's when they really started to be great. Like, because he was a defensive anchor for that team. And that's when they started to be really good. And they beat the Lakers in that first round series. And everything started. And we really didn't see a lot of it. Like, we only saw one finals appearance and they got smoked by the Heat. I think they would have definitely won the ring. Now, would they have stayed together to now? Probably not. But they would have won one. They would have definitely won one. I got another one. What if KD stayed with the Warriors this whole time?
Honestly, they would have won a couple of more rings. Because
so they would have won 4.
They damn near would have. Yeah. And I would say they would damn near go down as the greatest NBA team ever. I would put them over that 96 Bulls team, to be honest.
People still do it now. They still think that team is better than that team.
Because, bro, KD and Steph alone, that's diabolical. Because, KD and Kyrie, that's diabolical too. But Steph and KD, oh my God. And then you got Clay as your third option. Man, that would have been nasty. I could see them winning a couple of more rings. 2, 3.
I'm not gonna say KD was sensitive, but I feel like a KD would have been like, man, I just want to keep winning. I think people would have. I mean, I don't really care. Like he went there, but I feel like some people would have been like, bro, you've been winning. KD probably would be up there. Him and Steph probably be up there. Well, Steph almost basically in there. KD probably be in top 10 arguments if he would have kept winning, stayed there and kept winning, because nobody was going to beat them. Nobody was beating them.
Like, bro, that whole Draymond Green calling him a bitch, I don't think that was the main factor for him leaving. I think that was like the final straw. But I low-key think like, yeah, he said him and Draymond cool, but like, it's one thing being cool with somebody and then being on the team with them every single day, traveling with them all the time, around them 24/7. So it's like I low-key think they personalities didn't mesh. So it was like you calling me a bitch, that's low-key the final straw, bro. Like I gotta get up out of here now.
But he never got the praise Steph got. And
That's
he never
true.
was. He basically said it like he never felt like one of the big three there. He never felt that way. And I mean, I understand because you signed there, bro. But you didn't grow up with Clay, Draymond, and Steph. You didn't.
Draymond,
You just came along for the ride. So I mean, I understand, and I do believe when he called him the B word, I definitely think that played a part, but I don't think that was the main reason. It was just that I felt like he wasn't getting the same exact love that Steph got. And to some, and I still believe to this day, he was the best player on that team. Some people say Steph, but that's either here or there. But I believe he was, but he never got like, KD, we love you. Like, he never got that. It's like, we grateful for you, bro.
If he would have stayed, they would have won another 2 to 3 rings. He would have got that love, bro. He would have got that love because the fan base would have seen, like, okay, KD really is a part of this team and helped us win 4 championships, bro.
He only stayed there for 3 years. 1, 2, then got hurt. Because if he doesn't get hurt, they definitely beat the Raptors. And then if he stays again, man, they probably go 5 in a row, 4 in a row, bro. That's crazy. That's and basically back to Boston Celtics days.
How you not gonna give him no love when y'all just won 4 rings in a row? You gotta give him love. You gotta praise him like he won them big 3. Now you just helped us win 4 chips.
Okay, I got a question. Let's say Rose would have won right with the Bulls, and then I'm not even gonna say Bron, but let's just say Melo comes there and they win 2 rings. Aren't you still gonna love Rose before Melo though? So I think that's what he felt like. Even though Melo helped them, he's still not gonna get the love Rose get.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta expect that. That's like if Curry would have went to OKC while KD was there. Steph ain't gonna get the same love as KD got from OKC. He was drafted there. Curry was drafted there. D Rose was drafted there, and that's his hometown. So it's like, of course, you ain't gonna get the same love, but like, as long as they showing you love, you should know in your head, I'm not gonna get more love than Steph because Steph was drafted there. They watched Steph grow. They literally watched Steph have all them ankle injuries, playing with Monte and all that, being an ass franchise, and turn that into a winning franchise. Of course, you're not gonna get more love than him. He turned that whole program around.
But that's what KD wanted. Like, I mean,
you gotta be realistic though, bro.
I get it. I understand, but that's what he wanted, that same type of love. And he didn't really get it. He got love, but not that type of love. Like, he just didn't. I got one more. What if LeBron doesn't come back from 3-1 against the Warriors?
Oh, his legacy would have been a wrap. I'm not gonna lie. They would have trashed. Well, me personally, I don't think that, but the media would have trashed him. The media would have trashed him so much. How are you so-called the greatest player and you lost 4-1 and you nothing compared to Michael Jordan? You're really not the chosen one. You're not a king. You're a blah, 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 blah. You're a clown. They would have dogged that man. They would have dogged walked him on ESPN. Every sports analyst would have dogged him, bro.
If he doesn't come back, I'm going to be biased. I still would have put him as the best, but I feel like in Ev and like a whole bunch of people's rankings, he's probably not 1 or 2 though, because he only has 3 rings. And then you lose again to Warriors, and then let's just say, and like, well, according to that, Kevin Durant wouldn't have gone there if they would have won. So KD is technically not there in this hypothetical situation. But maybe he doesn't win again, or maybe he does. I don't know. But Lou not coming back, he might be in the top 5, but definitely not in the top 1, 2 though. It's a lot of what ifs, man. It's a lot of what ifs on players and teams and stuff like that. Even when teams and
I was gonna say because it's a bunch of what if this player didn't get injured. It's a bunch of those.
I had on here. I had Isaiah Thomas. What if he never gets hurt?
He really got paid that bad. Because people forget Isaiah Thomas was cooking the league. So, he was cooked. If he didn't got injured, bro, he would have got that $100 million. He would have got it, bro. Because how can you not give it to him? He was averaging 30.
Yeah.
He took your team to the playoffs. He willed your team to the playoffs. He's the best player on your team. He couldn't be guarded. Like, he was just on one that year.
I don't know if he would have got the super bag, like that max contract, because there was no super max at the time.
How could you not pay him though?
I felt like he was a liability defensive wise though, and I like bro, because people go at him because he's small. What is he like 5'9"? I think he's like 5'9", and you can't really hide him like that. And especially how we are now. They go hunt for the mismatch. They hunting for him.
I mean, but that
And
didn't really matter because they played good team. The Celtics had good team defense, and everybody else on that team was 6'6" and taller. He was the only small one out there.
I probably wouldn't give him like the full max. What was he supposed to get? I want to
It was
let me
like
look it up.
120 something or 130 something. It was like either between
That's a lot
116
at that time.
to
That's a lot.
130.
That's a lot of money.
I know he was supposed to get at least 100 mil though, for sure, for sure.
Let me look. Isaiah Thomas. Let me see. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't even trying to find out. I'll find it later. All right. Let's figure out what players need to prove themselves to this year.
Nah, it was 5 years, close to 200 mil, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a lot, bro. 200. I don't know if I can give him that, bro. You give him 200 mil?
Hell no, not for that small ass nigga. Hell no.
He said, hell no, bro.
Hell no.
200 mil? Hell, man, that's a lot.
Hell no. Oh my god. I would have gave him at least like 116, 126 though, for sure. Between 116 and 136, I would have gave it to him. But 200? Ooh, no. No, sir.
Man, 200 mil? Yeah, brother.
For somebody that's my height? No. Nah.
5 year, 200 mil?
Nah,
Hell
bro.
no, brother.
Hell no.
Well, that's 40 a year. Hell no. I'm good. I'm good on that, brother. All right. What players need to prove themselves this year? What players you got?
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole has to prove himself, dog. After you got paid that bag and you went to Washington, everybody thought that you were gonna take this next leap and be this 30-point per game score because you said that. You said that you thought you could average 30.
It was a hot take. It was a hot take,
bro. Did nobody go to the pool party? Nobody went to the pool party, boy. That motherfucker was empty. He ain't had no baggies on the side of the court, boy.
And he in Washington D.C., man. That's the chocolate city, man.
That boy, he needs to he has something to prove this season. Scoot has a lot to prove this season because coming out, they thought that he of course, Wemby, but they thought that Scoot can be rookie of the year. And he didn't play anything because when he was in the G League, he was killing. And when he played in the All-Star game against the other rising stars and stuff, he played decent. So people expected him to come in, and I wouldn't say dominate, but they expected him to come in and hold his own. And he didn't show that. He was turnover prone. He could barely score. He looked like he didn't belong out there. So he has a lot to prove. I said Zach LaVine. Now that DeMar DeRozan's gone, and Zach's fully healthy now, he has a lot to prove that he can still be that player that he once was. And then Tatum. I think with all that scrutiny that Tatum got during the finals and during USA basketball, I think he has a lot to prove. I think he has to prove that he's one of the top 5 players in the league, that he can be your best player on a championship team, that he is that guy that can be the finals MVP and take his team to the promised land.
Yeah, I had Tatum too. Like you said, basically gonna echo what you're saying. it's crazy how a guy who was the best player like all year, really up until the finals, if you want to say, or the conference finals or whatever, and he still got to prove himself. Like you said, getting benched in the Olympics, didn't win finals or the conference finals MVP. It's crazy how he does have to prove himself, but he kind of does. He has to show the world like I'm one of the best players in the NBA. And you saw that video. I don't know if you saw that he tweaked his shot. Did you see that
No, I
video?
didn't.
He
No, I
did.
didn't.
If you go look at the video, he did. His shot is different. Like it's. I don't know how to explain it. It's
But he
like,
was a good shooter though already though. So why are you tweaking it?
but bro, because everybody been talking about like since like the Easter conference or the semifinals and basically on to the Olympics, he been shooting like below 30% or something like that. And I know that's been going around. He in the Olympics, he was like a bad shooter because he never made a three in the Olympics. He never hit a three. And he tweaked his shot a little bit. I'll probably show it after this, but he did change it, and he still got to prove himself. I think Jimmy Butler got to prove himself. You know, always staying hurt. Don't take the regular season serious. He shows up in the playoffs, but we still kind of, to some people, think you're a fraud. Like you're frauds. Like we don't take y'all serious because we know majority of the time y'all don't win. And he got to prove himself that he worth $50 million a year. I ain't giving it to you, but to you, you got to prove that you worth $50 million a year that he gonna give you. Like the first thing you got to do is just play games. You always hurt. You always hurt in the regular season. Then want to decide to turn it up in the postseason, bruh. Maybe if you took the regular season serious and stayed healthy to an extent, we probably wouldn't be in play-in. We'd probably be higher in the standings and then avoid the play-in. So I feel like Jimmy Butler has to prove himself. I think Joel Embiid got to prove himself. Like this year, to me at least, outside of that year when Jimmy Butler was there, this might be your best team on paper. You guys got to prove that y'all can get out the second round because y'all second round merchants. Like you either hurt or just can't or play down, not play down to competition, or just don't play well in the playoffs, period. This is the year that we hope that you can get far in the playoffs because he's the only MVP that has never made a conference finals. So it's like, this is the year that show us, because I feel like you're going to average 30. Tyrese and Paul George, they're going to play good regardless. But you have to prove yourself because you have played with a lot of talent since you've been in Philly. Just haven't gone far.
Not done nothing.
Ain't done nothing. And another name, you might agree, LaMelo Ball. I think he got to prove himself. Stays hurt. Everybody talking about, it looked like he don't care if he play. He cares about basketball. I think he does care.
I think that's cap. I think he loves basketball, bro.
I think it's just a lifestyle. And it's just like, oh, he always got all this jewelry on, always out somewhere. I think he loves playing basketball. It's just the lifestyle he lives. And it's just he always hurt. Because when he plays, they have gone to the play-in. So you got to show that you can stay healthy. Because you're a good player. You're easily 20-some, possibly 10. But you stay hurt. So you got to prove you can stay healthy for the Hornets.
I'll say another one that I can get. It's not a player, but a team. The Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they have to prove that they're still one of those top teams in the West, that they can still be a 57-win team. And also Zion. Zion has to prove that he can stay healthy, that he can actually lead his team to the playoffs. Because every time they get to the playoffs, that man's hurt. Every time I get to the play-in, he's hurt. So you gotta prove that you can stay healthy out there too.
You think Julius Randle got to prove himself this year?
No, I don't think he has to. Because Julius Randle's been a 20-10 guy for the last couple of years now. So we know what type of player he is. We know what he can bring to the table. I don't think he has to prove himself.
He's just been bad in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm saying, but now his team's different. He got not Julius, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges. Before it was just him. He was the best player. Now you're not. You're what, the second best player on your team now. So you got more pieces around you now. So it'll be different.
I'm surprised you ain't say this name.
Cool.
Evan Mobley. Don't he got to prove something to you?
Yeah, you look you right. I forgot all about him. He do. Cause ain't no way you get a bag like that and you gotta give me more, bro. You gotta give me more, especially if what you was a second overall pick. You gotta give
Was
me
he?
more, bro.
Yeah, second.
Either second or third, one of them. You gotta prove more than me, bro. That little 15 to 17 points per game, that ain't it, bro. You gotta give me 20 now.
But people say he's better if he plays center, though.
Me personally, I don't think so. I can see why they say that because he is. I don't even think he's 7 foot. I think he's like 6'11", ain't he 6'10"? But he has the wingspan of 7 something. But because he's really good defensively, but he's too small. What are you gonna do? You put
6'11",
him at center,
215.
6'11", 215. That's small. Jason Tatum's bigger than him. So my thing is, you put him at center. Yeah, you can play faster and you probably get up more threes and stuff like that. But what you gonna do when you going against Joel Embiid? He can't play against Joel Embiid. That's enough. What you be? What you gonna do against New York if they got Mitchell Robinson at the 5? Mitchell Robinson's bigger than him. What you gonna do? Who else in the East? They got some good bigs. What you gonna do against the Magic?
They got
Because
good
him playing
bigs,
the
though.
5, but Paolo, they're gonna attack the rim. They're not gonna be scared to go in that
What about
hole.
Bam? Bam, probably best defender in the league, low key.
And Bam is smaller than him, and Bam will cook him at the 5. Well, I wouldn't say he'll cook him because
Bam's
he
so
is really
good,
good
bro.
defensively.
Bam,
He's really
he's
good
so good,
defensively.
bro. He's so good, bro.
But what you gonna do against the Celtics when they got Porzingis at the 5? Like, I can see why they say it, but I think he's better suited for the 4.
The last name I got, Jalen Green. Prove to this man that you're not athletic Jordan Clarkson, bro. Show that you got more of a better bag. Try to be a better defender. Open up the passing game, bro. You're better than that. What was his shooting numbers? Because I know
Don't
I don't
even
think
get me
his shooting numbers.
started on that, man.
I'm
Oh
starting
my
it, man.
god,
I just thought of him too, man. I just thought of him, man.
he's a
42%
curly
from the
haired
field,
Jordan
that
Clark.
gotta go up. 33% from the 3, that gotta go up. Show why you were the second overall pick in the draft.
Bro,
Prove to these guys.
he's 6'6", a buck 60, bro. I don't see
6'4",
superstar.
186, bro.
Oh, 6'4", 186. That still ain't it, bro. I don't. Everybody, everybody say all-star potential and maybe superstar. I don't see that. I don't see it at all. He's like a streaky scorer. Like I said, he's more athletic Jordan Clarkson. I wouldn't be surprised if he never made an all-star team. I wouldn't be surprised. And if he do, it's gonna only be off popularity votes.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You see him making an all-star team?
What, he in year 4 now? This going into year
Yeah,
4, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Could he make one in maybe next 4 years? He might. He could. Because
I
I
don't
will
see
hope
it,
in the
bro.
next 4 years he giving me like 23, 25 points per game.
And the next 4 years, the type of player he is, he gotta give me at least close to 30, bro. Because what else can he do besides score? He can't defend.
30. That's crazy. That's
No,
like
I said he has
that's
to
a
give me something close. He gotta give me at least 25 or 27 in the next 4 years. By the year 8, you should be at least close to 30 points per game, bro. You can't still be giving me 23, 24, 25. Because all you can do is score. You can't do nothing else.
real quick then. What do you project him to get this year? What do you project?
Since I think they're gonna want him to take the next step. And I think they're going to put the ball in his hands more. And I think they're going to want him to be their number one option. So I think he should average at least 23 to 24 points per game. But the rest of his stats, I don't really know about. But points wise, he should give me at least 23 or 24 because he gave me what 19 last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to give me at least 23, 23, 24.
He gave you 5 boards and 3 assists.
That surprised me. The 5 boards surprised me. If that stays the same, but his assist goes up to like 5, 4, 5, that's pretty good. So 23, 5, and 5, that's good.
And he played all 82 games this year too.
That's really good.
So I will hope in the next 4 years he gives me 24, 25, but you gotta prove to people you ain't athletic Jordan Clarkson, brother. You gotta prove to them.
Hey, so far he improved me right.
Get off Jalen Green, bro. Get off Jalen Green, man. But he not the best player because it's Sengun. Sengun the best player.
Yeah, but I think they would want him to be their number one option, though. Sengun's not the type of scorer he is, though.
I think points wise, well,
they averaged the same.
Sengun averaged 21. He averaged 19. So if you want to say add up to 20, yeah, like you said, about the same. Maybe Jabari Smith need to prove something too.
I wouldn't say he needs to prove something, but he definitely needs to. He needs to show progression because this is what, third year or second year? Third year.
It's going into year 3.
Because the first year was his rookie year.
That was with Silas.
And then the second year, that's when Ime came.
Yeah,
that's when Ime came. So it was like he really didn't do nothing on the Silas, but when Ime came, he played better defensively, and he was starting to find his own because he knew his role. So now year 2, he should take the next step. I mean, year 3, he should take the next step. But I wouldn't say he has something to prove. Now, if he doesn't do nothing this year, then next year, yes, he has something to prove.
All right. So we're gonna do our preview for the Southeast Division, which consists of the Orlando Magic, the Miami Heat, the Atlanta Hawks, the Charlotte Hornets, and the Washington Wizards. Let's start from the bottom. Let's start with the Washington Wizards. What do we expect from them this year?
Low key, bro, this might be the weakest division
in the league or in the East.
In the league, because you got the Washington Wizards, they're butt, and then you got the Atlanta Hawks. They're not gonna be that good this year, even though they got Trae Young in them. But you say let's start with the Washington Wizards. I mean, they signed Vucevic. They got Alex Sarr. I mean, Valanciunas, my bad. Valanciunas. They got Sadiq Bey. They got Brogdon. They got Alex Sarr. So on paper, they re-signed Rashawn Holmes. So on paper, they look good. They look way better than last year. But Jordan Clarkson got to give me more, bro. Kuzma's been good, but Jordan Clarkson has to be my second best player, or if not my leading scorer on the team, bro, because that's why he got paid that bad, and that's why y'all traded for him. So he has to show something. And Alex Sarr, he has to play better than what he played in Summer League. You know, I know it's just Summer League, and that doesn't really mean nothing because they haven't been playing basketball all that summer because they want to stay healthy going into the draft and not get injured. But Alex Sarr has to show me why he's worthy of the number 2 pick because, like I said, and probably most people believe that this is a draft full of role players. So you have to show that you're not a role player. You have to show that you're a dominant player and that you can be more than just a role player, if not an all-star. So, but they should be better than last year. They should definitely be better than last year.
Real quick, Alex Sarr 7 foot 205 is actually kind of nasty. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of, and especially eventually they gonna want you to be the franchise center, and you're gonna have to go up against them big dudes. I don't know, man. That ain't it.
With his frame, I don't think he could put on that much weight though. If at most, I could probably see him getting to like 230, but even him being 230, I don't think that's gonna be big enough. Because most centers that's 7 foot in the league, they damn near close to 300 pounds.
Yeah, Joel Embiid. I don't think Jokic's 300, but he probably at least
He probably
260.
close. Yeah, he close. And then on top of that, he low key just a little taller Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley, what, 215? He 205, 7 foot. Evan Mobley 6'10, 215. Same damn that size.
Oh my god. That is crazy, bro. But no though. I expect Jordan Poole to at least give me like close to 18 mil 20, because on paper, you are the second best player. Like, you really are. Kuzma is the definite number one. I feel like Kuzma is he's gonna play the same, really. He's gonna be a good scorer. He gonna use that little hook shot he used. He good in transition. Bilal Coulibaly, I think he's gonna be better this year in year two. He was already a decent defender. I think his offensive game just gotta get better. I think, and I hope he worked on it over the summer. Malcolm Brogdon, he probably won't even make it that whole year. Dallas probably won't. He's probably going to get traded. Valanciunas, he only went there for the bag, and I don't blame him because the Wizards is giving you $30 million. So I have no problem you going there and then eventually getting traded. It's like, but a lot of people are high on Carrington, the dude they drafted. A lot of people are like high on him. They said,
Bill Carrington.
yeah, a lot of people are high on him. Especially because he played at Pittsburgh, I think,
Yep,
in college,
Pittsburgh.
right? So yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people are high on him. So I think if he probably will get a eventual run because the Wizards are going to be so bad, then they're going to start like trading people or just playing their young players more. So I think he's going to be good. Alex Sarr, yes, you said it. It was summer league, but it's like you not making a shot and you basically that big and tall. It's like, come on, bro. You got to give me more. But I think he's a good shot blocker. He could definitely be a good defender, probably a rim protector. His offensive game guy has to get better, but that will come over time, and it probably would be better like somewhere in the middle of the year because they're not going to be asking him to go out here and give me like 15, 16 points every night. No, they're not asking you to do that now at least. But he will develop into that. If Jordan Poole could play good, have a bounce back year, I hope Kuzma plays better. Could they give me, because I don't even think we had them at 20 wins. So if they do
Could
play
they fight for the
better, I think
play-in?
they should be better than last year.
Can they fight for the play-in? Because on paper, that's not a bad team. On paper.
No. Nah.
Brogdon, Poole, Kuzma, Sarr, and Valanciunas.
The Wizards might be that team. They might start out like 3-0, and then people be like, "Hey, look at the Wizards." Then here they go losing 10 in a row.
20 in a row.
It's like, bro, like no one's falling for that. No one's falling for that. But I do agree. I think the Wizards will be better. Are they still going to be a bad team? Yes, they're going to still be bad. All right, the next team, the Charlotte Hornets. What do we expect from them this year?
I expect play-in. And I expect them to at least be on the brink of fighting for that 8th seed. Because if LaMelo stays healthy, you got Brandon Miller, you got Miles Bridges, you got Mark Williams back. Who else would be starting for them?
Remember, we was talking about either Josh Green or Grant Williams.
Yeah, Josh Green and Grant Williams. So, I mean, and then you got a new coach, Charles Lee. Yep, Charles Lee. And like I said, I've watched him when they were in summer league and how he was coaching. He's really a hands-on coach, and he can really motivate those young guys. I think they're gonna actually listen to him. Cause Steve Clifford, like I told you, bro, they should have been let him go. They should have been as soon as they hired him, they should have fired him. But I think he's gonna get those boys playing. I think they're gonna listen to him. I think their defense is gonna be better. And I think they're just gonna be a better team overall. Like I said, I think they should at least be a play-in team, if not fight for that 8th seed this year.
I expect Brandon Miller to be the second best player on that team. I think he
Over
will.
Miles?
I expect it, bro. I wouldn't be shocked because Brandon Miller last year, he gave me 17. I wouldn't be shocked if I see him give me 20 points per game.
How many free throws did he average last year? Do you know?
I'm about to look right now. Last year, free throws? 2. That's it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, bro. He gonna get at least 4 to 5, bro. He gonna get at least 4. Yeah, he gonna get you at least 20 this year, for sure. He gonna get you at least 20.
And mind you, he didn't have LaMelo for majority of the year, and LaMelo's gonna make life so much easier if he stays healthy. Get him open, get better open shots from him, get him better in transition, some easy layups. He gonna make life so much easier. And he did all this, but basically with no LaMelo. So imagine once LaMelo sets him up and he could potentially get foul or whatever and just get easier shots. Yeah, I can see Brandon Miller give me 20. I can see Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges, he always been a good player. Besides the BS, he always been a good player. And Mark Williams, I'm high on Mark Williams. Because what's his name was always on that BS. Steve Clifford was always on that BS with him for some apparent reason. Mark Williams, good shot blocker. I think his offensive game in the post has to be a little bit better because I felt like he really wasn't really giving me nothing in the post. But if he could get his post game better, because he was already a decent rebounder and a decent shot blocker. What, he got to be like 7 foot something.
Yeah, I think he's 7 foot exactly. Well, either that or 7'1".
He's 7 foot 240. So
he got a nice size too.
He averaged. In his second year, he gave me 12 and basically 10 with a block. So he could definitely do this if he plays more. He only gave me 19 games, right?
Yeah, I ain't there, bro.
19 games is crazy. I didn't even know it was that. I thought it was more than that.
It was his back. It was his back, wasn't it?
Yes. It was his back, bro. So he only gave me 19. And LaMelo, he going to make life easier. But if LaMelo can stay healthy, LaMelo could potentially get them guys to a play-in spot. I wouldn't be shocked. Because LaMelo,
depends on Melo.
I think he was averaging 23, 5, and 8. He could get you.
He could average 25 to 27 this year.
Yeah, he can easily get that. But he always stay hurt. You drafting him in fantasy?
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
Even though he get hurt all the time?
Yeah. I wouldn't draft. I'll probably get him in like the 3rd or 4th round, but because last year I think he went in like the 2nd round.
Yeah.
Last year he went in the 2nd round.
Yeah, because
4th round is low key. That's perfect, Jay. He shouldn't drop below that.
But no, I'm high, and I did watch that Hornets video. It was probably like last month or something. It was a good video. It was a good video, and he was at the press conference and he was practicing them. He was talking to the draft pick they got. I don't know what he's gonna do though. I have no clue what he's gonna do.
I don't even know him. I've never heard of that man. And I be up on all the international players, all the people coming out of college. I've never heard of that man a day before in my life.
I think that
what is his name?
Picked him off of raw talent.
What is his name? I don't even know his name.
It's like something Salon, something like that. I'm sorry if I butcher your name, brother. It's something like Salon, something like that, bro. Tijane Salon.
He not gonna do nothing.
He's 6'9", 212.
Let me not say that. Let me not say that. But
he's
I don't think he's gonna
212, bro.
He's a role player. That man's a role player.
Would you be low-key? He might be that guy that be in the G League for a minute.
No, he will be in the G League for a minute. If they did James Bouknight like that, he's definitely going to play in the G League.
So, okay, I'm going to read this real quick. It says his strength is physically gifted power forward whose length, frame, and budding versatility as a shot maker and defensive intensity stood out in his first professional opportunity in France. His weakness.
I don't think he had more than 10 points. He didn't even average more than 10 points, did he? So how the hell he's a shot maker and he didn't even average more than 10 points?
It said versatile as a shot maker. And then it says his weakness is while he shows ability to make shots on the move, he lacks much in the way of a ball handling ability and was inconsistent with his processing speed on both ends of the floor, as one might expect from a late blooming 18-year-old at this level of competition. And they picked him with the 6th pick.
That man is a G League merchant. He is gonna be in the G League the entire year, dog. He might get called up for a couple of games or somebody get injured. But other than that, he's gonna be in the G League to develop.
But the thing is, why would they draft him? It's like you got Brandon Miller, you got Miles Bridges. Why are we drafting another raw talent type forward? Like, I don't get that.
I mean, to fill that other wing spot, just because Brandon Miller gonna be at the 2, and then we say either Josh Green or Grant Williams at the 3 or the 4. So it's probably just to fill that other wing spot. But
Would you
I don't
draft
know.
him
It was
6?
other players. No, it was he probably would have lasted to the second round, if not late first. So it's like, bro, they could. I know for a fact there was somebody better than him.
Because
They could have drafted 6
you still got Klingon, Dillingham, Edie, Cody Williams, Buzelis,
They could have got
Toby.
Klingon. They could have got Edie if they didn't believe in Mark Williams that he was going to be injury prone. They could have got him to replace Mark Williams, or they could
You
have
could
got
have got
somebody else. Who
Dalton
else is there?
Connect, Jared McCain, Tristan Da Silva. Like, it's some decent players still here.
Yeah, bro. That dude from the they got drafted to the Magic, Silva. I think he's going to be nice. I
A
think he's
lot
going
of
to be
people are
nice.
high on him.
Yeah, I
And
am too. I
and
think he's going to be nice.
since they in the same division, let's talk about them. The Orlando Magic. What we expect from the Magic this year?
I'm expecting the Magic second round. I'm expecting a leap from Paulo, because Paulo averaged what 21, 22 last year.
I thought it was more. I thought he averaged way more, honestly. Let me check. He averaged 22.
22. I expect Paulo to jump to 25. I expect Paulo to shoot better from the 3. I expect Franz Wagner to be better from the 3-point line. I expect with them adding KCP, I expect them to be a second round team. I expect them to get over that hump and get out the first round this year.
A lot of people love Paulo. Like, they love him. And they feel like he can take, like, the next step in his offensive game, being better from the 3. I definitely expect that. I expect Paulo to give me 25 points per game. I expect Franz. Franz is still gonna be good. It's just the shooting has to get better because he shot so bad last year. He shot so bad. Jalen Suggs, I expect him. He's already a damn near elite defender, but I expect him to maybe be somewhat of a better passer. He was decent. He was a decent shooter, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe just a little bit better passer. The Magic got a good team. Their defense, I think their defense is still going to be great. It's just the offense. That offense was just it wasn't bad, but it was like
it was
they don't scare you.
Bro. It was stagnant. Like, it was some plays where they wouldn't get anything offensively, and they had to rely on hero ball and one-on-one isolations. Like, their offense doesn't run or move smoothly. You know what I mean? So I think, what's their coach name? What's bro name? What's the name of their coach? Not Monty. It started with M. Mosley or something like that.
Jamal Mosley.
I need him. I need him to make that offensive run smoothly, because it was a lot of Paulo post isolation or Franz Wagner going one-on-one isolation. Once it got late into the shot clock, whereas they need to be moving the ball more, because the ball stays stagnant, bro, a lot of times. So they offense got to move better.
And obviously, the addition of KCP definitely helps because the shooting was their weakness. He helps them, and people gonna say KCP, but it's like, can he get them to the second round? Is he if he was there last year, they would have gone to the second round?
Yes, I think so, because he has that playoff experience. So he would have been able to talk. Because remember, like, them first couple of games, Paulo didn't play good against the Cavs. So after that first game, I think KCP would have talked to him, and he would have told him, like, hey, bro, slow. Because he played with Bron. And I'm not saying Paulo is Bron, but he has the same type of build as Bron. So he would have told him, and he would have, like, hey, I've watched Bron play. I've been with Jokic. Like, bro, just he would have helped them slow down the game, and he would have helped them play better. Because they
Hey,
honestly could have beat the Cavs last year.
they had a chance. I picked the Cavs to win though, because that was off of experience though. But they definitely had a chance.
Mm-hmm.
And
all of them are young and they listen.
Paul was giving you 27 and 8 on 40% from the field and 40% from three. Man, he really had.
He didn't play the good them first two games, did he? I don't think he played good.
The first game, 24 points, 9 for 17 from the field. And second game, 21 points, 9 from 20 from the field.
There was that second game. Even though you got me 21, then you need to play a little bit better.
The fourth game, he played bad. He only gave you 9 points. But points-wise, he gave you 24, 21, 31, 9, then 39, 27, and 38. That man was on one. And I feel like if he had just one more person just play good in that last game, they would have won. They would have, because he was on one. He was on one in that against the Cavs in Game 7. He was getting to the free throw line because I remember he shot 18 free throws. So he was getting to the line, shooting good. He just didn't have help. Man had 16 rebounds. He had 16 rebounds. Paul is so good. And I've always said, you can tell, like, there are some players when be like, I don't know if he's going to be good coming to the league. But you can tell he was going to be good. You knew
since high school. You knew since high school.
Well, I didn't watch. I don't watch high school ball.
But, yeah, since his junior year, you knew he was going to be good. And then once he went to Duke, it just solidified it.
Yeah, it's like you knew he was going to be good, bro. Like, there are just certain players you could tell. Like, you could tell he was going to be good. He's only going to get better. Mm-hmm. Like, he's only going to get better.
And it's crazy how good he is and how much growth he still has to go. That's the crazy part. Because his handle could be better.
He's only 21.
His handle could be better. His post game could be better, and his three can be better. So it's like he got a lot of room to grow still, and he was
giving me 5 assists. Like in his second year, and it's like you don't look, and some people don't look at him like, oh man, he could be out here, diming a decent amount, but he still gave you 5 assists, and I think that's pretty good. And that's just gonna go up. Like maybe this year he could give you 6, 7 assists. I can see him giving me,
especially with KCP, because now they got shooters. They got somebody that can knock down shots now.
Hey, I'm excited to watch Paulo.
I am too. I'm excited to watch that. I'm excited to watch that Magic game.
It's crazy because they were bad for some years, man. They were really bad. They were trash.
What's crazy is when they had Aaron Gordon and Vucevic and all of them, I thought they was gonna be decent.
Those teams were good.
Because that 1 year that Aaron Gordon went crazy, I thought he was gonna take the next step that following year. I thought bro was gonna be cold.
He ain't better than Paulo though.
No.
But Vucevic was always like he was low-key like the best player.
Yeah,
it was either him or Aaron Gordon. But those years, the Magic were okay, but I don't think they was like this though. Like the Magic won, what they win like 40-something games? I don't care what nobody say. They was not nobody thought they would win 40.
Nah.
I thought they would win maybe 30. But 40-something being what was they, 5th in the East? Hell no, I don't care what nobody say. Nobody thought they was gonna be 5th in the East. All right. The next team, the Atlanta Hawks. What do we expect from them this year?
Nothing. I expect them to be in the lottery again. I expect Trae Young to put up empty calorie numbers. I expect Jalen Johnson to average over 20. But other than that, they gonna be a lottery team, bro. They gonna be picking the lottery again. If not, what they should I expect them to be a lottery team. And I think they should flip that pick. I think they should flip that pick and try to get either another all-star or try to get a superstar type player. So, like, maybe Zach LaVine. Trae Young and Zach LaVine. And Jalen Johnson.
That move you?
I mean, it's better than what they got now. It's better than what they got now.
Yeah. I feel like it don't move me enough though. If they say got Zach LaVine, I ain't gonna lie, he's finessing the Bulls, finessing them.
What other superstar all-star player can they get? That's on the expiring contract that they can try to get
Well,
or resign.
well, you
Like,
get Zach LaVine for like 2 more years.
that's what I'm saying. Like a superstar with at least 2 more years left on their deal, and that you could resign and give a
You
contract.
giving up a lottery pick for Zach LaVine though?
Zach LaVine still worth a lottery pick. You don't think Zach LaVine still worth a lottery pick?
Well, if you add that contract, not a lottery, no. Because I could get that young player. At least I'm getting that young player, and I'm potentially know what he's gonna do. Zach LaVine, I know what he is. He's a good scorer, but does he move the needle for me? I don't know. It just depends. Does he really move the needle?
But yeah, I just expect them to be a lottery team this year, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if quote allegedly, Trae Young pulls a Ben Simmons and fakes an injury this whole season. Because why would you really want to play this season, bro? And you're not gonna go nowhere this season. They might not even make the play-in.
That's crazy. Pull a Ben Simmons. You think he go pull a Ben Simmons?
I wouldn't be surprised if he did. What's the point?
Really, what's the point? Because you want to hoop.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I if that was me, I would want to hoop too. I'm not gonna lie about that. But what's the point when you could potentially end up getting hurt?
I mean, that's why
y'all not gonna go nowhere. Y'all not gonna do nothing. You might as well tank so you can get a top five pick and flip that shit or draft somebody else.
I expect the Hawks to be a mediocre team and to sell off their players. I expect Clint Capella to be gone. Yep. I expect Bogdanovich to be gone.
Yep.
I expect DeAndre Hunter to probably play better. Jalen Johnson, I've already said he is my most improved candidate, most improved player. I expect that. I expect Trae Young to, like you said, put up empty calories, giving me 27 and 10 every single night. I expect Okongwu to take the next step finally, because eventually, if Capella is traded, he will finally start, and we could probably see what he can really do. Because I don't know, why are we still keeping Capella? Why? I don't get it.
He should have been gone. He should have been gone.
He should have been gone like 2 years ago.
Yep, 2 years ago. He should have been gone.
And I want to ask you a question. Why are a lot of people high on Dyson Daniels? Like, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people are high on him. Like, they really like him.
He's 6'9". He's big. He's really good defensively. He can play the point very well, and he's shown improvement in his shot. So, like, I think people are high on him because he put up great numbers in the little minutes that he did have. So, like, when he gets more tick, they think that he's going to be, a really good player because he has nice size and he's really good defensively, and he's not bad offensively, and he can pass the ball. He's like a really good He's a better Josh Giddey. In my eyes, he's a better Josh Giddey.
A better Josh Giddey.
Because he's athletic too.
Because I was thinking, I was like, Trae Young's going to start, obviously. I know Capella's going to start. Jalen Johnson going to start. Is DeAndre Hunter coming off the bench?
Nah, I think they're going to start him.
And they starting Zachariah Richardson, right?
Probably, yeah.
And then Dyson Daniels comes off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And Bogdanovich, too. They still got Kobe Buckton. And they don't use him for some apparent reason.
That's the point guard, right?
Yeah. I forgot what school he played for. Where did he play for? They still got him.
Michigan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They don't play him. Like, they don't use him. He's 6'5", 195. Could he start alongside Trae Young?
But if you really think about it, no point guard really played. Like, when they drafted Sharif Cooper was nice, bro. And he still is nice. He didn't play. Whatever point guard they drafted to that team, they really did not play them.
Because they have Trae Young. That's why. It's like,
but he gotta sit. He has to sit. He can't play a full 40 minutes.
Sharif Cooper is like, he was handed like a bad hand, man. It's like you get
Yeah, he
drafted, and
was.
it's like it's Trae Young in front of you. It's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I can't do nothing with that. Like I know I'm like the only way I would start over him is like if he gets hurt, knock on wood. That's literally the only way.
Hey,
And
his sister bad though.
Tia Cooper.
Yeah, she bad. I follow her on Snapchat.
Hey, I did too. I do too. I did recently, like a couple of weeks ago or something like that.
Yeah, she nice. I like her.
But I just expect the Hawks to be like, I just want them to trade off their pieces, man. Like, there's no point, especially like Capella, bro. This is expiring contract. There is no reason you still have him, bro. Send him. No, go ahead.
So they trade off their players. Obviously, Trae Young is in a win now mode. What do? Because if you're trading off all your players, you're looking to get picks back. So are you going to flip them picks for better players, or are you going to? Because if that's the case, if you flip them players to get picks, what are you going to do with Trae Young? You might as well flip him too then, because he's getting older.
Yeah, I would flip him. Okay, I would if it has to come down to it, I'll probably flip him too, especially if I know if I'm not going nowhere. Like if I see I'm not going nowhere, I'll flip Trae up. What would you think of if they if the Pelicans and the Hawks trade again, Capella for Brandon Ingram? I mean, the Hawks get another consistent scorer, and the Pelicans get a big.
But what else are you gonna do with that to improve that team? Because if you get Brandon Ingram, Trae Young, I wouldn't say that's like a playoff team, but they can make the play-in with them too.
Jalen Johnson,
if they stay out there, and Jalen Johnson, yeah. Well, we don't know what he's gonna do. The rookie, we don't know what he's gonna do. But just off them three alone, I would think they can make the play-in in the East.
I think they would. I think they would make the play-in if they had them. I would hope.
So then, if you get Brandon Ingram, do you still flip Bogey? Well, what if they start Bogey this year?
You think so?
And bring the rookie off the bench.
I'm not opposed to it, but I like Bogey in a 6-man, bro. He's always been a 6-man. He's always that instant offense coming off the bench.
But if they flip for Brandon Ingram, they can't trade off their players then. They can't do that.
I'm still trading Capella gone, so
yeah. But if you got
would you flip DeAndre Hunter?
Yes. He should have been gone.
I mean, you never liked him. I feel like you never. I wouldn't say you liked him. I felt like what's the word?
I didn't believe in him.
I
didn't believe in him.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in him. I thought when Cam Reddish played that better, when Cam Reddish played better than him in the playoffs, I thought they should have started Cam Reddish the next year, because Cam Reddish showed that, like, hey, I'm here now. I can play in this league. I feel confident. I got my confidence up. Because didn't he drop like 20-something that game? Like 20-something twice in the playoffs?
The last game against the Bucks in 21? It was either game 5 or game 6.
He played decent that whole playoffs, though. That whole playoff series, he played decent. He played better than DeAndre Hunter, at least.
I think DeAndre Hunter was just so consistent, like, at that time throughout with the Hawks. Because I think I told you, I was like, they're going to give him the bag first, which they did. They did give him the bag first because he was just so much consistent. Because Cam Reddish, what number was he? What number you got?
Lottery, I know that.
I know it was lottery.
I want to say 6. No, I want to say he was like 6 or some shit like that. Let me see. I'm going to look it up right now.
Now Cam Reddish, he ain't good. Cam Reddish, he kind of sucks now.
He was he was a 10th overall pick.
I thought he was higher than that, but okay. I thought Cam was higher, low-key. I thought he was like 6 or something. Where is Cam Reddish?
He's still with the Lakers.
I know he's still with the Lakers. Because in 21,
he never really
he went off in that. It was in game, whatever game this was, because he only played 4 games. Whatever that game was, he gave you 21, 6% from 3, 58% from the field.
That's coming. That's a coming out party. That was his coming out party. And it's like, bro, Cam Reddish is the type of player where if his confidence is shot, he's not gonna play good. And he's been traded from team to team. He's never really got a shot. And then by the time he got a shot with the Lakers, bro, it was low key too late. The spotlight was too big for him by that point because you're on the Lakers, you getting scrutinized in the media. Because at one point he was starting, but you're in LA now, so you're getting scrutinized by the media consistently on a daily basis. You got people in LA coming up to you telling you suck if you ain't scored more than 10 points that game. You know, and then on top of that, you're playing with Bron and AD, so you're expected to produce. So any shot that you're missed, it's gonna look way worse than if you were on Atlanta Hawks and you went 1 for 13. But if you go 1 for 13 in LA, oh, you getting dogged.
Oh, that's true though.
So it's like by the time he got to LA, bro, his confidence was shot. And they tried to help him and build that back up. He had a couple of good games here and there, but you playing with Bron and AD, so you can't fully play your game like you want to. Like, say if he was like, even when he was on the Blazers, he played decent on the Blazers.
Yeah, he did.
He played decent. So, like, if he was on like a team, like say if he would have, like him on the Charlotte Hornets, that wouldn't be bad. But now they got Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges, so it's like
you could play him at the 3 though, or the 2. You could put him at the 3 or 2.
Yeah.
Then it'll be LaMelo, Brandon Miller, Cam Reddish, Miles, and Mark Williams. That ain't bad.
Yeah, because he's still a good defender. He's a really good defender, bro. And then coming out of high school and college, they thought he was gonna be like a really good 3-point shooter, but he hasn't showed that. I mean, he's shooting 83% from the free throw line as a career average. So it's like he's shown that he can at least shoot the ball. It just hasn't translated to the 3. But that has to deal with confidence, though.
Man, they did Cam Reddish so dirty, bro. I blame Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, for not playing him in New York.
He should have played him, bro.
Yeah.
Even if he's not starting, I feel like you should have played him. But remember, it was a report saying that the management wanted him, but he didn't really want Cam Reddish. He didn't want him.
Yeah, because they wanted to get him and RJ like at Duke.
But Tom Thibodeau didn't want that. He really didn't want Cam Reddish on that team. It was just management wanted him. I feel like if he would have played some in New York, I think he would be better than what he is now. Because he just didn't play. I think he definitely should have got some tick. Something, bro. He was getting DMPs left and right.
Yeah. Because right, his rookie year, he averaged 10. Then the next year, he averaged 11, 10, then 11, and then it just dropped off after that until he went back to Portland and averaged 11.
They trade, they had him in that. Oh, I don't think they re-signed him back. I don't think.
No, they didn't.
All right, the last team, the Miami Heat. What do we expect from them this year?
I know you expect nothing from their ass.
I don't expect
nothing. But I expect the Heat to do what the Heat do every year. Make either the play-in or the playoffs and get bounced in the first round. I think Bam's gonna take another step this year. I think them having Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero, they're gonna be a little bit better. But I need Jimmy to play at least 65 to 70 games this year, bro. I need Jimmy out there on that court. Jimmy talks about he's one of the best players in the NBA. Well, you gotta go out there on the court and show me, bro. You barely on the court. And then, like you said, him taking the regular season off, you can't do that no more, bro. You don't got time for that. Especially if you're trying to get paid. You gotta be out there, bro. Because this is contract year, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he gonna play good this year, bro. Whenever it's an NBA player's contract year, them mofos play out of their mind. So I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy, low key, Jimmy a dark horse in fantasy.
He always be good in fantasy though. He always give you like mid-high 40s. He could sneak in a 50. He could sneak in an average, give you 50 fantasy points. But the Heat, I expect the Heat to be the Heat. Like, you know, they don't take the regular season serious. They always hurt. Jimmy always hurt. Tyler Hero always hurt. It's like every year their best players get hurt, then it's Bam. And I'm high on Bam, man. Like, is Bam the best versatile defender in the league? He might be
I
low
want to
key.
say, I feel like it's somebody else that's more versatile than him. I want to say no, he's not the best, but he's definitely one of the best for sure.
No, the best versatile defender, not the best defender, but the best versatile defender.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
Are
a
you
couple
thinking
players
Wemby?
better
Because
than
I'm not thinking Wemby. At least not yet. I'm not.
AD. What about AD? AD plays really good on guards.
He does, but Bam, I think Bam quicker than AD though. He might be quicker
Yeah,
than
he
him.
is. Nah, Bam is definitely quicker laterally than than him. What about Drew Holiday? Drew Holiday is a really good versatile defender. He guards people bigger than him and still locks them down.
I agree, but I'm gonna take my chances with Bam on say a big than Drew Holiday on a big though.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, because Drew Holiday is only like 6'4". Bam is at least 6'9". I feel like I'm leaving somebody else though. Ben, can't forget about Ben, because Ben is a hell of a
He's a
defender, even though
question
he's been
mark.
injured.
He's a
Even though
question.
he's been injured,
He's a
when he was
question.
healthy, when
You
he
don't
was
even put stock
healthy,
in the man.
I'm talking about when he was healthy. When Ben was healthy, Ben was one of the best versatile bigs and defenders in the league. Can't forget about him. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody though.
He's a question mark. Now watch it. When we end this, you go think of Buddy too. Watch.
Yeah, I'm forgetting somebody. It's someone. I don't think he's the best, but he's definitely up there. He's definitely up there for sure, for sure.
He might be top two.
Yeah,
I think he is
he's
top
top
two.
2 or top 3. Top 2 or top 3 for sure.
Like Bam, I think Bam is gonna be like really good. We might see a like scoring wise breakout year. Jaime Jaquez, he is. I feel like maybe as a not a better role player, but more opportunities on the
Does he start?
offensive side. Yeah, he's starting. Yes, yeah, because it's probably gonna be Tyler, Terry, Jaime, Jimmy, and Bam.
Bam. Okay.
Yeah, and Jaime will play the 4. Yeah, Jaime is good, bro. Like when he came out, I didn't think he would be like that good. I thought he would be okay. I thought he would just be like an okay player. But he was really good last year for a rookie. He was really good.
I mean, he played all 4 years in college.
That is
Did he
true.
play 5?
Yeah.
Or did he
4
play
years or
5?
5 at UCLA,
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah.
But I didn't think he was gonna be like that.
Nah, I don't think. I mean, but every year he showed he got better and better every year at UCLA.
He might be the only one from them from that team that's actually in the NBA decent. Because what's his name? What was the point guard name? He had the big fro.
Jalen.
Tiger Campbell.
Campbell. I'm
I don't
thinking
know
of
where he at.
Jalen.
He's somewhere.
What's Jalen Hands? I'm thinking of Jalen Hands. Never mind.
I don't know.
I don't even think Tyler Campbell.
He's not in the
Tyler
league. I
Campbell
don't
in the
think. I
league.
think he overseas somewhere.
Yeah.
He might be overseas somewhere. But I made good. Bam. I'm high on Khalil Ware. Could you see could we see them starting Bam and Khalil Ware together eventually, like this year? Could you see it?
For stretches. I don't think that he's gonna start, but I think they're gonna play them in stretches because I think they want to see what Bam looks like at the 4.
Man, we saw
Me
it
personally,
we saw it at the Olympics, man. He was amazing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I believe Bam at the 4 would be dominant because he's gonna be a mismatch for every 4 man out there because he can dribble, he's athletic, he can defend, and he damn near bigger than every 4 out there, probably besides Wemby.
No, we saw it at the Olympics.
Bam
Bam, when it was nice, Bam at the 4 was like, Jesus, man, ain't nothing you could do with him, bro. Like you said, 6'9" and can like the only like if they ain't taller, he basically bigger than all these other 4s. So I would not be shocked if they did it eventually.
Child.
A what?
They used to call him the man child.
Oh, I ain't never heard that.
Yeah, when he was in high school. When he was in high school
never,
playing with Dennis Smith Jr.
I ain't never heard that. Him and Dennis Smith Jr. played together in high school?
Yep, they played on the same AAU team. I think it was Team Loaded, I think. I'm not sure though, but they definitely played on the same AAU team. They was from the
Damn,
same
man.
area and shit.
Dennis Smith Jr., man. Damn.
That's another what if.
Should have thought of it. We should have said him earlier.
Man.
Definitely should have said him. But no, the Heat, if Jimmy takes it serious and if Tyler Hero stays healthy, they could probably be up there. They could fight for maybe the 4th or 5th seed and fight for home court advantage. Because they're not this team that's gonna go out here and give you 100 points, like score 100 points per game. It's just not gonna happen. They rely on Heat culture and defense. That's their calling card, and that does work sometimes. But when it gets into them other teams, sometimes talent just beats all that Heat culture crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's just facts, and that Heat culture can only take you so far. And maybe if Jimmy plays good, maybe Pat Riley might. He might give him the contract. I wouldn't give him, like I said, I ain't giving the man $50 million, bro. You like 35
million for I was just say $50 million for a 35-year-old for 4 years is crazy.
No, it was 2 years, 100 something million. So it's still 50. Bro, that's 50 a year for a dude that gets hurt. Don't take the regular season serious. But in the playoffs, he amazing though. You muted, brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you was muted.
Oh, what did they call him in the bubble?
Playoff Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy.
Jesus something. They call him Jesus something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I forget. But yeah, he gotta go back to that Jimmy Butler, bro.
He don't play like that in the regular season, though.
He gotta go back to Jimmy in the bubble, bro.
That ain't gonna happen, bro.
If he want that 50 mil, he better.
Bro, he just turned 35. So technically, you gonna give a 36-year-old 50 million?
Hey, me? No. I mean, he not Bron.
Exactly, he ain't Bron. Like, come on, brother. But Daniel, if you're watching this, man, I don't think the Heat are doing anything, bro. Just like every year.
I just want to say, you gotta ask your boy Dan.
Bro, he delusional, bro. He's delusional. He know that Heat ain't gonna do nothing. He know that. He know.
Shout out to Dan, man. Shout out to Dan. Freaky Dan, Dirty Dan.
But that's it for our preview for the Southeast Division. I got 2 more things, and then we'll get to the WNBA playoffs. The first thing, Kawhi Leonard apparently is still hurt. And you've been talking about this whole time, you don't expect Kawhi Leonard to do nothing. James Harden's going to be the only one there. Why is Kawhi Leonard still hurt? Like, what's going on, bro? Did you see that report? You saw that report?
Yeah, I seen it about his knee. He just had a knee procedure. Hey, like James Harden gonna go back to Houston. James Harden to me. I've been saying it the whole off season. So far, I've been right so far. So we got to see how it's gonna be when the regular season start. But I think it might be time for Kawhi to retire, bro. It might be that time. Stephen A. said it last year. It might be that time, bro. Like, you always stay hurt. And then you're not even going to be able to participate in the training camp, bro. And we all know that when you participate in the training camp, it helps the team to start the year off because you're all been in there grinding in the training camp together. You all been playing together, building that team camaraderie and that team chemistry. And now that you're not there, that's going to hit different, bro, because they need you. They literally need you.
You muted.
Yeah, my headphone died. But yeah, they need you, bro. And you not being there for the training camp, that's going to hurt that team. Now, him not starting the season off, bro, I would not be surprised if the Clippers are a playing team. I wouldn't be surprised now.
They might not even be a playing team, bro.
Unless James Harden just, goes back to Houston, James Harden, and put them on his back the whole season.
Terrence Mann, 20 points.
No.
Kevin Porter Jr., 6-man candidate off the bench.
Now that I can see. Kevin Porter, 6-man, I can see that.
Bruh, This is deja vu all over again. He stays hurt, bruh. And I like Kawhi. Kawhi is a what if too, low key. He is a what if too.
Ever since outside Pachulia, bro, he been hurt every year.
Like they say he had it this off season, so he had to had it sometime after he like left Team USA. It's like it's still messed up. So Team USA, what was that like when they started the practice? There had to be what like late June, like late June. So it basically been July,
like
August. I'm gonna take a guess he got it sometime in July. That's when I'm just taking a guess, and it's still messed up.
I mean, but it probably take at least 4 to 8 weeks, G. So if he got it done in July, around September, he should be on progress to like, coming out of rehab and shit like that, or going into rehab. Because it's about 4 to 8 weeks for it to heal, and then you start rehabbing and shit like that.
It says Kawhi Leonard will stay out of drill work in training camp, but stressed that the swelling in his right knee went down. Kawhi will focus on strength work.
Yeah, so his rehab. He doing rehab right now. So his knee's probably healed. It's just he doing rehab right now, so that's why he can't participate in training camp. But still, that's still a big red flag to me.
Kawhi Leonard, when he's healthy, is a top 10 player in the NBA.
Yep.
He's a top 10
if not
player.
Top 5. If not top
you can
5.
argue, you can definitely argue top 5. But he's definitely a top 10 player when he's healthy. Every year, it's like, bruh. It's like, what can we do? Like, since since, if you want to say the COVID year, he's always been hurt. And because, I mean, they had a 3-month break. He comes back. That was his healthiest postseason. He's never been healthy in a postseason.
And that's because they had that 3-month break. If they didn't have that break, he probably would have got injured again.
There is a chance. And it's like we have yet to see what he can, like, we only saw it. We saw it in Toronto. We saw it sometimes in San Antonio. But with the Clippers, we have yet to really see you. We've only seen you one time, really, in the postseason. Some people don't even count that because it was the COVID year. So some people don't even count that. It's like, I don't know. And so far, the Thunder have won that trade. Because technically, you got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and Paul George is gone, and Kawhi Leonard stays hurt.
Hey, Doc Rivers said he didn't want to trade SGA. He wasn't wrong about that.
He did say that, man. But I mean, I don't blame them because at that time, Paul George was coming off like almost, I think it was the year before, coming off an MVP type year. So, and Shea, he was decent because that was his rookie year. He was low-key playing decent, but I don't think no one expected him to play like this. Because if they just expect that, so wouldn't that trade? They would have said, Kawhi, bro, trust me. Shea gonna be just like what Shea is now. He gonna be averaging 30 points in the next 3-4 years. Trust me, brother. But at that time, bro, Paul George was at that time, you could say he was a superstar. So I don't blame them for trading SGA. I don't blame them for that. It just ain't
they have been better. If they would have kept SGA turned into what he is now, would they've been better off for SGA than Paul George?
I feel like they would have been. Wait, is Kawhi still hurt?
Because they still. Well, Kawhi's gonna be Kawhi, so yeah.
I mean, they still would have been the same. I think they still would have been.
They would have had SGA. They still probably would have had Lou Will, Patrick Beverly, Kawhi, Montrez. Who else was on that team? Zubac.
Who else was on that team?
They had a lot of good players.
Patrick Beverly was on that team.
Batum was still on that team. They had a lot of good players.
I think they still would have been the same because it's like if Kawhi is hurt, it's like, I mean, what SGA by himself? Like, what's that gonna get you? Maybe what Paul George did going to the conference finals, and that's it. I still think the Clippers would have beaten the Suns if Kawhi was healthy. They would have beat them. They sure would have beat them, and they would have gone to the finals against the Bucks. And I think they would have whooped them. I would have picked the Clippers over them. I don't know who stopping. I don't know. I don't know if Kawhi at that time stopping. What's his name? Giannis though, like he
Giannis.
did against
I
the
don't think
Raptors.
he'll stop him. I don't think he'll stop him, but he'll definitely contain him. I don't
Because
think he'll stop him.
when
It's
Kawhi was
hard to
going up
stop
when he
Giannis.
was going up against him when he was on the Raptors, hey, Kawhi Leonard said, "I got him. I got him."
Mm-hmm.
And Kawhi Leonard was on one. He was on one. Man, that man was a dog, bro. But it's the same year. Nothing has changed. I don't know, bro. I don't know what to say. It's just deja vu all over again. Kawhi Leonard, get better, brother. Because I might have to drive you in fantasy, depending on. I don't know where he gonna go in fantasy. I ain't gonna cap.
Damn, that's 6th, 7th round, bro.
You
He
think
gonna go
so?
late. Yeah, he injured. He
Somebody gonna
injured
take
to
a
start the
chance on him
season.
though. Somebody go. Aaron gonna take a chance on him. Watch. Aaron gonna be the one to take a chance on him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got one last thing. I've been having this picture in my phone for like 2 weeks now, but I keep forgetting. Zach Lowe expects the Lakers to play Bronny James in the first game of the season so that he and LeBron can have a moment together. He's 100% playing in the opening game so they can have a moment together. So hypothetically, what do we expect from Bronny James in the very first game playing with his dad?
I don't know how true that report is. I would have to wait and see. For sure, the preseason they're gonna play Bronny. For sure. But the first game, I don't know. But if they do play him, I don't expect them to get no. I don't expect him to really do anything. He might get a layup or two, or he might get a three. He gonna get less than 10 points. He may score like 5 points, probably get like a rebound or two, and probably like an assist or two. You know what I mean? But other than that, I don't really expect much from him. He probably gonna play 5 to 10 minutes, if that.
I did see a report. This was like maybe like earlier in the summer or sometime in the summer. He's gonna play like he's gonna be there for like a week or two, and then he's gonna be like in the G League like majority of the year because they do want to get this out the way. This LeBron and Bronny James type moment. I would think he would get like. I think he could give me 5. And if it's a close game, he sure ain't gonna be in the game. But
No.
I expect Bronny James. I wouldn't be shocked if he gave me 5 points, a 3-pointer, maybe an assist. He might get a chase down block just like his dad.
Mm-hmm.
But I gotta really see what he do this preseason.
I guarantee you they do it. The first play they do with them is probably a pick and roll. LeBron James
No,
and
you know what
Bronny
it's
pick
gonna
and
be?
roll.
It's gonna be like LeBron gonna drive off of it's gonna be off a pick and roll. LeBron drive and hit it to Bronny in the corner
For a 3.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
Or hey, whenever the time Bronny throw a oop to Bron, that's gonna be crazy. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
cap.
it is.
That's gonna be
Be rough.
crazy.
Yeah,
That's
gonna
gonna
be
be crazy. Hey, they might go wild. That's gonna be crazy, bro. But I expect Bronny in the first game at least. I expect them to be okay. I expect Bronny to be all right. All right, now we're getting to the WNBA playoffs. The Las Vegas Aces advance. The New York Liberty advance. Aja Wilson had the best regular season ever, and she won an MVP. What was like your takeaways from like the Aces or the Liberty?
Well, the Aces. Well, to start with the Aces in Seattle game, that game one. It was a dog fight. That game one was a dog fight. But Seattle, they let Chelsea Gray take over, and that's what won them the game.
Hey, in that fourth quarter, bro, she was doing anything, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It was like she was a mid-range assassin in that game. And Seattle only scored 2 points.
Yeah, it's because of the turnovers, bro. Seattle they had a lot of turnovers that first game, and they got out rebounded. And then on top of that, they played decent that first game. Like I said, it was a dogfight, and Kelsey Plum played ass. So they had to take advantage of that, but they had so many turnovers and they got out rebounded. That's why they lost game one. And then game two, the Aces played great defense. The Aces had a lot of turnovers, but Seattle could not capitalize off that. So the first game, Seattle had hella turnovers, and then they flipped the second game, but Seattle couldn't capitalize off of it, bro. And then Seattle had more steals than them, but they couldn't capitalize off that. And then they still got out rebounded that second game. That's really why they lost. They got out rebounded, bro. And then Kelsey Plum, she played amazing that second game. And they played better D on Chelsea Gray, but she still affected the game because she was passing, she was rebounding, she was doing everything else.
I felt like Asia Wilson was just a woman amongst women. She is the best player clearly in the W. Get her in the post, the mid range. It don't matter, bro. It don't matter, bro. Kelsey Plum, hey, her 3-1 going on, but she sure was killing, man. 11 for 15.
She said, motherfucker. I said, oh,
Asia said that?
spicy. Nah, Kelsey. She came down. I think she scored a layup, but she came down the court. She said, motherfucker. I said, ooh, this getting spicy. Ooh.
Asia, man, like, I'm not gonna like at least the best I've seen, because the best player I've seen in W is Maya Moore.
Or Diane.
She right there, man. She right there. Asia right there, bro.
Yeah.
Like, she is right there. And Asia's still young. Asia, I don't even think she like 26, 27, something like that. I don't know. I can't. But she's still young and she's still gonna dominate the league. The Liberty in Atlanta, Sabrina went crazy last game.
Man, Breanna Stewart pissed me off.
I put a parlay
in. Yes. Bro, she had 11 points in the first quarter and could not get me 20, bro.
Hey.
She was out there setting screens the rest of the game, bro.
I'll tell you something after. I'll tell you something after this, but go ahead.
Oh my God. But that game one, Ryan Howard, she didn't play that good. She wasn't she started playing well towards the end of the game, but she was real lackadaisical during the first like half of the game. And then they let them shoot 54% that first game, bro. I'm like, damn, y'all just letting them do whatever they want out there. And then they wasn't hitting their free throws. Atlanta wasn't hitting their free throws like that. And then game two, Ryan Howard, she played a little bit better in game one, but she still needed to be more aggressive. This is a must-win game. You gotta be aggressive out there. You gotta shoot. She damn near their best player besides was Alicia
Tina
Gray.
Charles. Oh, and Tina Charles and Alyssa Gray, yeah.
But like they expect her to be their future, so she should have been way more aggressive than what she was. Because there was some games out there, bro. She'd get the ball and she'd have a chance to like either create her own shot or go to the line or whatever like that, and she'll pass the ball up. I'm like, bro, you're the best, if not second best player on that team, bro. Shoot the ball. And then they still didn't hit their free throws the second game, so that's another reason why they lost. And then nobody had an answer for Sabrina. They shut down Breanna. They shut down Breanna, but they still wasn't playing good D, and they let Sabrina go crazy, and that's why they lost.
Jacqueline played good too, man. Rebound guy, man. She taking all Sabrina boards. Not Sabrina, Breanna Stewart boards. She's taking every board possible, bruh. Sabrina was amazing.
She had like 18, didn't she?
She had like 13 boards. She had 20 points, though. 20 and 13.
Yeah, 20 points. Yeah. I'm like, she had like 20 points. She was killing.
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, Sabrina, man, she was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark, low key.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a really good shooter, was able to get with anything she want. I think Breanna Stewart, she's gonna bring her A game against the Aces. I mean, that was the finals last year.
She got to.
Well, she has to. She has to. She has no choice. She has no choice, because if she doesn't play good, they're gonna lose. Like, they're going to lose again to the Aces.
Mm-hmm.
But New York and Aces in the semifinals, I want to pick New York, but I feel I'm gonna go with the Aces, man. I think
I'm going with the Aces, bro. I'm going with the Aces. I don't think Sabrina is gonna have a good series, because they probably put Chelsea Gray or Plum or Jackie Young on them, and they're gonna be real physical with her. And I want to see how she responds to that physicality. Because the Aces are way different from Atlanta. Atlanta ain't had nobody on that team. Atlanta ain't had nobody on that team that can really guard Sabrina. Yeah, they was physical with her, but we talking about the Aces defending champions. So
All right, now let's get to Caitlin Clark, man.
Let's say Caitlin for last. We still
All right,
got
let's
Phoenix and Minnesota. Let's say Caitlin for last.
Hey, Phoenix and Minnesota, Nafisa Collier, boy, she can hoop. She can freaking hoop, bro. Gets what anything she wants, bro. Baby and Brittany Griner, Khalil Copper, Diana Taurasi. I ain't gonna cap. Diana Taurasi, you a GOAT, you a legend. You might be washed, girl. I ain't gonna cap. But Nafisa Collier, man, she a dog, bro. She is a monster.
Well, I don't think Diana Taurasi, she
might be
washed,
washed,
bro. I don't think she was. She could still hoop, bro. I think she was like that whole year. You know, Brittany Griner was in and out the lineup, and then on top of that, I think she was saving herself for the playoffs, bro. Because towards the end of the year, she picked it up. So it's like I think she was really saving herself for the playoffs, and then that's like the first game they really lost because Brittany Griner played ass, bro. She was 3 for 10. She was 3 for 10 with 6 rebounds, bro.
How you talking about last game? This past game? Or you talking about the game one? First game.
Game one, the first game. She 3 for 10 for 6 rebounds, bro.
Yeah, you're the damn the
biggest, bro. You're the biggest woman in the WNBA, bro.
You bet on
what
her
are you
too?
Doing? No, I ain't but yeah, she played ass, and then nobody could stop Collier. And then, bro, they let Minnesota shoot 25 free throws the first game. That's a lot of fucking free throws. And then game 2, Brittany Griner played better. She had like 20-something points, but she still ain't rebound. And that's supposed to be her calling card, rebounding and defense. And you couldn't even do that. And then Diana Taurasi, she played good the first game, but the second game she went like 3 for 10 or 4 for 10 or something like that.
3 for 10 for 10 points, bro.
Yeah, you did that don't cut it. And then nobody can stop, like you said, nobody can stop Collier. She dropped 42 on their head. And they still let them shoot too many free throws. I think they shot like 27 free throws that game, bro.
Yeah, 20 for 27.
And then the Phoenix Mercury, they had too many turnovers, bro. You can't win a game if you got too many turnovers and you're not rebounding. Your best big and you're damn near your best player not even rebounding. Ain't no way you couldn't give me 20 and 10, bro. Ain't no way. You too damn big.
She's 6'9", bro. In the W, that's 7 foot. In the W, that's 7 foot.
And she was talking about she could play in the NBA. Shit, not putting up them numbers.
Hey. Bruh. Nafisa Collier, bruh. She different, bruh.
I wouldn't have been mad if they did a co-MVP though, because she was hooping this year, bro.
Asia was different, bro.
Yeah, she was.
Asia was on the dip, bro. She scored the most points in the season. Like what? Yeah. Like you can't beat that, bro. Like
yeah, you're right.
You can't beat that. But Nafisa Collier, she would have got my vote if Asia didn't exist. She definitely would have got my vote. But Minnesota, they moving on, man, because they was definitely they was one of the best teams. I know they won the Commissioner's Cup. I think they beat New York for the Commissioner's Cup. So they was arguably best team in the W low key. So they got a chance. They could definitely go back. They could go to the finals low key. They could really go. Now, let's end it with Caitlin Clark, man. Caitlin Clark had one of the best rookie seasons ever. Her first game, she did not play good. I felt like she was kind of forcing it, jacking it up. But Connecticut Sun, they got a great defense. They're a great defensive team. But last game, man, she picked it up, man. I ain't gonna cap. She was definitely keeping them in the game. Hitting sidestep threes. Aaliyah Boston, she played okay. Kelsey Mitchell, she did not play good. I saw a post talking about she took advice from D'Angelo Russell in the playoffs, and then she started playing, man.
Hey, that's bogus, dude. That's bogus.
That's crazy. I was dying. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. that was crazy. But no, though, Caitlin Clark, man, I ain't gonna say she a legend. She definitely making legend type moves, man, because I ain't gonna cap. I probably wouldn't have watched the W that much. I didn't watch it as much, but I wouldn't have paid attention as much if she probably wasn't. So she moves a lot of people. She had a good rookie year. But the Connecticut Sun, hey man, why the hell did the Chicago Sky just give up their best 3-point shooter for nothing?
Who knows?
You can't even shoot. That don't make sense.
Who knows, bro? Who
They just
knows?
gave her to her. Now they can potentially go to the finals.
Bro, so this goes back to the whole Caitlin Clark dominance. That first game, Caitlin Clark did not show her dominance at all. They let them shoot. I forgot what they shot from the field though. From the perimeter from three that first game, but they was hitting nothing but 3-point shots that first game, bro. They was making hella threes that first game, bro. You can't sit there and let the team make all them threes. You gotta run them off the perimeter, bro, and make them make tough shots at the rim. You gotta leave Boston down there, send them to her, and make them make shots over her, bro. And then they shot 50% from the three, bro, the first game. And they got out rebounded. You can't win no game like that, bro. But the second game, Caitlin Clark, she bounced back. She bounced back. What she had? She had 25, 6 and 9, but she still shot 10 for 23 and shot 3 from 12 from the 3-point line. That's not dominant to me. And people in the comments was killing us saying, y'all, we don't know what we talking about.
You saw the comments?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. They said we don't know what we talking about. We don't watch the W. If Caitlin Clark was so dominant like y'all said she is, why she ain't kill? Why she ain't at least win her team? I get it. It's a team sport. But if she is dominant like y'all say she is, she should at least got one game. And she didn't play really that good both them games. Granted, it's the playoffs and she's a rookie. I understand all that. But people had all this hype about her being so dominant. She didn't show dominance in these 2 games. Because if she did, they would have won at least one game. But they played better that second game. They lost by 6 points. They rebounded better. They actually, they rebounded better. They actually out-rebounded Connecticut, but they still lost. They had too many turnovers. They had 13 turnovers. And out of them 13 turnovers, Caitlin had 3 and Kelsey Mitchell had 5. That's not going to cut it. Your 2 best guards can't have 8 out of your 13 turnovers. Can't happen. But they played good. I think next year they're gonna get a decent player in the draft, and they're probably gonna get some decent free agents, and their team is gonna be a lot better, and they're probably gonna make more noise next year. But they had a hell of a season. They did really good. Can't wait to see what they do next year though.
Connecticut or Minnesota? Who winning?
Connecticut or Minnesota? Ooh. Because Connecticut do got good defense. Are they gonna be able to stop Isaiah Collier?
Bro. They got great.
Now, if they shut Collier down or at least limit her, they got a good chance.
She one of them. I think she's one of them. It's like ain't nothing we can do, bro. You go get yours, but as long as everybody else don't get theirs,
if she get hers, you just gotta shut down everybody else. Yeah. But if I had to pick, I'm gonna go Connecticut. Is it best out of 3 or best out of 5? It's
best out of 5 now.
All right.
I'm
gonna go Connecticut.
See, I would pick Minnesota because of Collier, but I think Connecticut's defense is just great. DeWanna Bonner, she can hoop. Alyssa Thomas, she can do Alyssa Thomas can do everything. Her offense is kind of.
I don't like her jump shot though. Yeah, I don't like
jump shot kind of.
Bro, I see her.
She did like a push.
Yeah,
she did like a push. I don't know if it's really like a push or is it like a floater, but it looked like just a push.
Yeah, I got
But she does everything. Rebounds. She they point guard really. Dejanay Carey, she's so fine. But she good defender. She won most improved. Like they got and Mabry she just come off the bench or start and just shoot threes, bro. That's all she do is just shoot, and she be smacking them, bro. But overall, I'd probably pick Connecticut. I think the defense is gonna be better if they can contain them. I know Minnesota got a lot of decent players. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's Kayla McBride. She's decent. Kayla McBride, she is decent, but Nafisa Collier, she different. She is different. But I'm sticking with Connecticut to win that and then potentially go to the finals and face the Aces. I know this is early, but if they do face off, I think Aces probably whoop them.
Yeah, I can say I got the Aces too. Game one. I think the Aces gonna pull it out in New York and win game one. And I think Connecticut. I low key. I think Connecticut gonna lose this first game. I think they're gonna lose in Minnesota, but I still think they're gonna pull the series out. But I think they're gonna lose game one in Minnesota.
But overall, though, Caitlin Clark she's changed the game, man. She got a lot of
Yeah.
people watching the W now. She has definitely exceeded expectations. Had a great rookie year. I gotta give her props, man. You really gotta give Caitlin Clark her props. And that team is only gonna get better. Aaliyah Boston is gonna get better. Resign Kelsey Mitchell. Caitlin Clark is gonna be better. Like she's going to be better.
Mm-hmm.
So that team is gonna be good. But so we got the Aces and Connecticut to make it to the finals. And that is it for our WNBA
Before
recap.
we go, Drew. Before we go, Tia Cooper hit the line. Hit the line, baby. Hit the line. If you see this, hit the line, baby.
And not hit the line. Not Tia Cooper hit the line. But that is it for the Full Court Entertainment Podcast. I'm your host, Sheldon Moore. That's my guy, Charles Jackson. Like, comment, and subscribe on the YouTube, TikTok, the Facebook, the Instagram, the Twitter. Like and comment on all of that. Road to 1,000 subscribers. We will see y'all next time.